Untitled Sunderpeak Temple, a quick, simple addition to the canon of the games that I'm currently running on Wednesdays and Fridays. Um, so, a quick blurb about the canonicity and to get you settled into the setting a bit. This takes place on the island known as Urcha Wayland. Um, Recently, the island has been completely taken over by the Council of Worms, a group of dragons who have set themselves as the leading and ruling body of the dragons that oppose elven kind all across the face of the material plane known as Urs. Um, they, after having conscripted it and taken it over, have ruled here for the better part of 100 years. The main issue, though, that they've been dealing with is that a lot of the people in their society are not terribly fond of the fact that they are being ruled unjustly and effectively living in a state where they are being forced to work beyond their means, being tasked into doing things that are questionable to the moralities that are in place with those people, as the dragons start to uh, bring about older magics, deeper magics, the inclusion of demon kind in their ranks militarily and also in ruling bodies across the continent. Your group is a group of rebels, a group of individuals who wish to strike at the power base of the dragon armies that have taken over this island, this pretty massive island, and at least take a small chunk of it back for your peoples. Um, that said, the main source of what you wish to take back is a temple known as the Sunderpeak Temple, which is said to have a piece of the God Heart within it. The God Heart being a collection of deities that are said to have ruled over the Dragon Isles long, long ago. Um, that said, as you assemble and gather, for whatever reasons, again, entirely up to you, I'd like for you to just describe your character. There's a very simple picture for each of them. I'm not going to be displaying it, so that's just for our purposes and also for token tracking. The only things you have to follow is the character sheet, and those are the only strictures that you have in defining your character. I'll go ahead and let Matt start since it sounds like he's done his homework, and then we'll move on from there.
I'm playing Ander. He's a halfling. Thief. Not a very trusting person, loyal to the people that he knows, but not necessarily loyal to like ideals or to powers. He doesn't really care about that sort of stuff. And kind of mostly wings it when it comes to actual plans. You know, he'll sit there, he'll listen. He may give input if he feels like he has to, but when it comes down to actual execution, it's what feels right in the moment.
Okay. Moving on to Andy. Tell us about Lucan.
Lucan is an elf wizard. He really likes to read. He holds knowledge above all else. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. Spoiler, he's not. And he might potentially be not really like as much of an academic as he says he is.
Fair enough. And Chad, tell us about Brandis.
Branus is a physical specimen. Imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger in Conan the Barbarian with the helmet and everything, except like surlier and talks even less. when he does open his mouth and say something, it tends to sound absolutely stupid, but he delivers it in like a deadpan way where it's like he says it with utter seriousness, but you can tell that the words he's using don't really go together. And but and however the brief time that this party has been together, if they've had any sort of encounters with anyone who's even remotely a bully, Brandis doesn't really tolerate injustice. He doesn't really tolerate bullies. He doesn't tolerate any kind of nonsense like that. By this point, you guys have probably seen him punch somebody out at least once. You know that he's generally a man of few words, but very no nonsense.
And last but not least, Chris Edwards, tell us about Corazon.
Corazon is a human cleric, war domain. I'm not sure what god he worships because I don't remember your pantheon.
No worries. So again, not terribly important. It would be the god heart would be your pantheon that you kind of follow, not a specific segment of it.
And I'm just, your stereotypical cleric, but I do enjoy a good fart joke.
All right. Fair enough. So, as you have assembled and gathered and have moved towards Sunderpeak Temple, Sunderpeak Temple is an old ruins that stood before the Council of Worms descended upon Urchawayland. And it's said, again, to have that piece of the god heart within it, magically protected by old magics and true magics. You know it's been taken by a small detachment. It's not being held terribly well, from what you've been able to gather from scouts. An individual who reported the information to you, Thea, who is a compatriot of yours, who would have been played by another patron if they wanted to play, but we just got you loyal for. I love you guys. But yeah, she states that there's a couple of dozen of soldiers at the top there, servants or loyalists rather to the Dragon Council, and it's presumed that there is a dragon amongst their number as well. Sunderpeak Temple sits on a hill, a rocky hill that seems to be kind of cleft off at the top. It's almost as if it would have become a mountain. It's like in between a mountain and a hill, really, and the top of it's kind of just cleft off, hence the name. And again, as I said, it is a ruins. You can approach it from any direction, any cardinal direction that you would like. Thea would have been able to give you the information that the main entryway to Sunderpeak Temple is on its north facing, but there are breach points on all facings of the temple, with the exception of its western face. The western side of the western wing of the temple is pretty much still intact, whereas the eastern wing of the temple is basically fallen to the elements and the damage during the conflict where it was taken. So just tell me how you would like to approach it, from which vector you would like to approach the temple.
Brandis wouldn't really use a lot of words, but he's like kind of standing there with his hands on his hips, and he's like looking up at like the silhouette of the temple in the distance or whatever. And you said basically like the main entrance or like the front entrance is where all these soldiers and stuff are stationed.
Thea would have told you that she didn't really see many at the front entrance. It was pretty clear. But she did see some in the eastern ruin wreckage wing. Some troops along with drakes.
Well, if the
Drakes
main
what?
entrance is too terribly guarded, I think we should just go. Like Brandis just points. He doesn't say anything, but he points at the like indicating basically just straight up the middle, straight through the front.
Lucan would say, "Hold on, my big friend," and he would turn to, was it Anders, thief, right? Ander, and say, "My stealthy friend, can you see which is the best way?"
Well, I'm not the biggest fan of going straight up the middle.
That's about the only choice we have, isn't it?
Well, you
The
have.
west is, right?
Well, you can approach from any vector you choose. You can go from the west, northwest, northeast, north, northwesterly, easterly. You can come up the mountain at any point you'd like. And that will basically determine where I'm placing you on the map to start. So if there are people watching out from you or out for you, based on Thea's information, the clearest vantage point they'd be able to see you from is if you're coming at an easterly approach. If you're coming at a westerly approach, you're approaching it on its western side. The temple's still intact, which would lead you to presume that there's no battlements or anything. There's no vantage point. It's just solid walls.
You know, I'm going to say this, but I sincerely doubt that they would expect if we tunneled underneath and popped up in the middle. But if that doesn't work, I suggest we come in from the west. My first vote is
Brandis doesn't say anything, but he like holds out his shovel. He's just sitting there, like he like offers his shovel
No,
to
put that away.
Xander.
Put that away.
Lucan's hand is on his chin. Go west, you fool.
Do you want to approach the temple at a westerly vector?
Yes.
Okay. If that's the case, you can see as you come up close to it that you are basically coming onto the top of Sunderpeak Temple's plateau at kind of a shadowy point. The sun is definitely kind of shining kind of down at you, but as you kind of get to a certain point, the temple and its height seems to kind of blanket you in shadows. And as you approach, you get to a point where you are nicely tucked on the western side. Oh, can you see everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every single thing. Memorize.
A lot of
I see
people there.
nothing.
It's how it would work if we were playing on an actual map. I
Those
guess.
guys have spears.
Yeah, probably. I just realized that these yellow lines are on the map.
Sheesh.
I just pulled a
I mean,
Andy.
As they're like,
they're very nice yellow lines.
so as they're like explaining the plan to Brandis, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna proceed up the hillside and approach from this direction." Brandis like looks up and he like nods to himself confidently, and he just says, serpentine."
Yes.
So great.
You just see my eyes roll back in my head. I can see everything. I have done it. I have reached
It's okay. It's okay. It's how it would play out if I was actually playing with you all at a table. So we're just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna try and fix it.
Just put my hands against the wall. I sense a lot of people on the other side.
Yeah, you can definitely hear them talking. It sounds like there's a bit of reporting going on. It seems that they're reporting to a leader type. And based on the echoing, it sounds like the chamber that they're in, definitely has a certain amount of echo to it.
Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna take my warhammer out and put my shield on. Well, time to go to work.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Maybe there's a better way than going straight in.
Nah, best way is always straight in.
Can you tell us more about what we see? Like, how tall is the wall, John?
The wall's actually connected to the temple proper. It's probably about 30 feet tall, and then it hits a point where it meets the bottom portion of the roof. The roof is a vaulted roof. It's high, and it looks like it's at a steep enough angle that it would probably be very, very treacherous to walk upon. It looks like from your approach that the roof is only on this this western wing of the temple. Basically, where you see that statue, that would be kind of like the grasslands, or not the grassy area, kind of the approach into the temple. There's no roof over that, and there's no roof over anything to the west or to the east of that.
Brannis quietly makes his way over to this corner and like peeks around the corner, and then he like motions everybody else over. It's like
Which corner is that?
this one right here.
I'm not seeing any pinging, sorry.
Yep, to the south. When you get there and kind
Okay. Yeah.
look around the corner, you can see that there are two breaks in the wall, and it looks like they lead into the larger portion of the temple proper. Another thing you're noticing when you get to that corner of the wall there, Chad, Brannis, being kind of a survivalist and an outdoorsy fellow, if I recall your character being constructed,
Mason tools.
But your background, what's your background?
Folk hero.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so you're kind of like a outdoorsy kind of guy, farmy, kind of building stuff. There's a bit of wind coming down that way. It seems like the wind is blowing in a westerly pattern. So it's moving towards you. So if any sounds were to be sounded on the eastern half, the western half probably won't hear it as well.
Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to construct a sentence in my head that doesn't make sense, but will communicate what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Take your time. If anybody has any other questions or actions they want to take, feel free to take them. And
Yeah.
this
So
one,
he like points in the direction of the wind, and he says, the wind is working like a xylophone. He says, it's like anything that happens over there, if they're not going to hear it over here. So it's like the first sentence doesn't make sense, but then when he explains it, they're like, oh, right, okay.
it still doesn't.
Xylophone's not the right word, but we get what you're saying.
Perfect.
I tell you, my friend, you are like a mute poet.
None of that made any sense. Zero. Not at all. But I'll go.
Brannis starts drawing in the dirt, basically outlining a plan where you guys can like set up over here, prepare actions and stuff like that, and then Brannis can basically walk out in the open and present himself, and as people come out to attack him, they provoke opportunity attacks and reactions from everybody else. That's
Well,
just
should I scout ahead to see what we're up against?
If you want to. Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, why don't you see see what's in there? We don't want to go in there if it's full of enemies.
Yeah, I mean, I would just want to like sneak up to here and just sort of like take a peek around the corner and just see if I can tell all who's in there.
Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
That's a 22. Thanks for the advantage.
Yep, you're in shadow, like I said, and you're also in a quiet space because the wind is buffeting in your face. You can't hear as well as you could when you were on. Surprisingly, it's easier to hear through the stone wall of the temple than it is to hear with the wind blowing in your face. But as you kind of do a quick, tap and look, you see the number of individuals present. It looks like the ones that you can see that look like they're in kind of like dark garb holding the staffs. They look like regular town guards folk, like militiamen, the police effectively of a nearby town who have been requisitioned and pulled out for this purpose. They are wielding spears. They appear to be reporting to and speaking to a leader type, and he is he definitely looks like a City Watch captain type. He has a crossbow on his back, a couple of daggers and bandoliers, a couple of strange devices on his belt, which you've seen before, having dealt with servants of the dragon. They appear to be like kobold bombs. Yeah, he looks like the leader. There are others who look like they're just kind of banditry, but they have similar clothing and attire to the watch. Like they have kind of like a surly look. Like Anders probably used to dealing with this kind of bandit, but they seem to have been cleaned up and dressed up to appear like they're part of this militia force.
Okay, I'd just sort of like go back and relay that to the others, just so that we have an idea of what's going on.
Okay.
So, wild idea. I can use one of my spells and see if I can intimidate them to flee the area, because evidently we are outnumbered.
Brandis is sort of inspecting this outside wall. Is there any way I could use my mason's tools to compromise the wall in a way that would make it fall in?
So this portion of the temple, not so much. It looks like this would take a lot of effort, and based on the fact that the sound was able to be kind of heard through the wall, you're pretty sure if you start chiseling away at the wall on this side, the same effect will happen interior.
Fair enough.
Not a bad idea. I mean, I do like the idea of Kool-Aid Manning through the wall and
Yeah.
bring the wall down on them.
Yeah!
And bring the whole keep down on them.
Nice.
But at the same
No one
time,
expects the Brandis position.
and we are technically playing the red box. I mean, what would be better than Kool-Aid? But that said,
Ander, do you think you could sneak me up to that break in the wall?
Yeah, probably.
all right. So
You got a plan?
I told you. I already told you my plan.
I think you both need a
Right.
throat gargle. You both need a little throat gargle.
So, you will need to make a stealth check, not Ander, Corzon, because you are moving up there. You will be making the check with advantage, and you will be making the check with assistance from Ander, which, if I remember correctly, you are in chain mail, which normally grants you disadvantage. And typically the rule is advantage and disadvantage. You don't stack the two against each other. The two they neutralize, and you're not supposed to. If you have multiple advantage sources, benefit, whatever. Roll stealth. I'm going to give you advantage. What did you get?
Oh, 13. Sorry.
It's okay.
Just
All right.
For the viewers at home.
Ander, you're kind of walking with Corzon, and Corzon kind of makes like as he's kind of getting down and sees you kind of punch down, kind of makes a jingle jangle, clank clank kind of sound, and you kind of, eyes widen and then kind of move around the corner to see if anybody sees you. The one guard that's pretty close to where you're at, like almost on the opposite side of the wall, who's kind of paying attention that way, doesn't seem to change his like the way he's looking. He just seems to be standing there with his spear in hand.
They're really shitty guards.
Yes.
Apparently.
Do Brandis and Lucan move out as well to get behind them?
Not so much.
Not as close, but over in that general direction. It's fine.
Yeah.
And Chad Brandis, is he moving up to get in a moving position? It sounds like Corzon's going to try something with a spell to try and cause some of them to be afraid.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I ready an action that if he succeeds, I want to run in there and start kicking heads?
Sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check since you're getting in a pole position. You have advantage for the check. All right. As he kind of gets into position, Ander, you hear him kind of like loudly, kind of just walking, and you don't think much of it until the wind dies for just a moment, and then you see the guard kind of go, huh? And kind of look over in that direction. So you are aware that your surprise is about to be dropped. Without thinking, without doing the I'm going to discuss what I'm going to do situations, tell me what you're going to do right now. You have a turn.
Okay. I was gonna cast Thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
To enact 3 different.
You get one. You can only do it as one. It's not 3 at once. It's just the one.
Okay. Okay.
What one are you using?
I was gonna boom my voice.
Okay.
Up to 3 times as loud.
And you're gonna say,
"Leave my temple."
All right. And Ander, what are you doing as he's doing that? Again, you can react to him doing it too. That's fine as well.
Oh, I was thinking that the plan was getting chucked out the window, so I want to throw a dagger at that guard.
Okay. And Brannis, it definitely appears that everyone's kind of focusing on the guard who kind of, seems to be on the alert. What would you like to do?
I ready my if the dagger doesn't kill him, I want to hit him with my.
Okay, so you're seeing Ander throw daggers, so you're gonna if it succeeds, it succeeds. If it doesn't, you're gonna go get him. Okay, cool. Ander, you can do one of two things. You can step into the hole and attack from that position, or you can step across the hole to the other, like the center pit portion, and attack from there. One of those two spaces. Those are the only two avenues it looks like.
Yeah, I'd prefer to move over to like this spot here.
Got it.
And chuck it in.
Okay.
Would I get could I bonus action hide first?
You're still technically hidden. The only one who's not is Brannis.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure about that before I. Oh yeah, there's my character sheet. All right, cool. I'm chucking a dagger at this guy. It's an 11. Wow, that was terrible.
All right. An 11 will sadly miss, and it kind of hits him in the shoulder plate. Looks like he's wearing a bit of armor. Brannis, you see Ander kind of like dang kind of face, presumably because he did not kill the target.
That was one of my only 2 daggers.
So I step into that space and. Oh wait, no, probably shouldn't do that. Can I do like right here and then pop around the corner, throw the javelin?
If you're throwing a javelin, the only space you can do it from would be the one directly diagonal in front of Ander, because he's shooting at this one, not at this one.
Do I get a bonus action in the surprise round?
You get a whole turn.
Oh, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna rage.
And I'm assuming that
Wait,
Ander.
throw that javelin.
Ander, roll a stealth check.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you're hiding there.
I was going to say I did want to bonus action. 23.
Yeah, you're invisible. All right. And you're throwing a javelin from there, or are you walking into the fight?
I'm throwing a javelin from there.
Okay. And so no benefits, no reckless attacking, just a thrown javelin. While raging. All right. So it's going to hit.
Does a thrown weapon get the benefit of rage damage?
It does not.
Okay, that's fine. But I think an 18 hits.
Yeah, certainly. All right. You watch as the javelin lances him through the chest and throws him down to the ground. Kind of like a pop. His feet fly out from underneath him, and he hits the ground. Immediately on that response, all of the other individuals in this wing kind of turn and see the situation and kind of are now alerted that there are interlopers.
Can I add a little bit of flavor to it?
Sure.
So now that like the cover's obviously blown and they don't really see anybody else, they just see Brannis. So Brannis just like steps out into the open, impales this guy with a javelin, and then he just like roars really loudly. He says, "Prepare yourselves!"
Okay.
And as he says that, Corzin turns back to Lucan and just like face palms and just it would have been so beautiful.
Corzin, you're yelling before that all of that's happening, and you are catching them off guard but not really alerting them as much as you're kind of drawing their attention to the guy getting impaled. You can make an intimidation check but with disadvantage against the room. The DC is very high.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking. No, sorry, not Brandis. Corzin. Intimidate.
That is a 20.
You have disadvantage.
Oh, that is a 6.
That's a small difference in rolls.
As expected, yelling into a room full of effectively law enforcement isn't really doing much. So yeah, go ahead and Lucan, I think, is the only one who has the final portion of the surprise round here. Yeah, these are hardened military men. It looks like Corzin, so they are not scared by your boomy voice.
Could I use a minor illusion?
To cast or do what?
I would like to put in this square a giant zombie bear or something like that. That looks really scary.
So as you may understand, being an English professor, that the word minor means small. It can be nothing larger than a 5-foot cube. It creates sound, light, smell, or other sensory effect, such as an image of an object, muddy footprints on the ground, a small chest. I would say the closest thing I would give you would be like a small to slightly short, medium scarecrow type creature or scarecrow type object that is not moving.
Well, you could also do the
How
sound
about like
of a bear.
Oh yeah, sure. But the sound will probably be buffeted by the wind.
Okay, so a creature that would normally be within a 5-foot square is legal?
No, you can't create a creature because the creature's not going to move or anything. It has to be.
No, I understand. It would just be an image.
It would be an
creature,
object,
right?
Yeah. I was saying like just like a scarecrow or a fake, dummy type thing is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the whole sound of the bear, like the roar of a bear.
It's buffeted by the wind.
I know.
But it's definitely echoing with the loud roars of Raging Barbarian, Thaumaturgy casting. You've definitely drawn attention to yourself. That is for sure. All right. So since that's the case, go ahead and let's roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Guys, I think they see you.
That's a good roll.
Yeah. I'm going to change mine to a 20. That's legal, right?
All right. Luca, you're up first.
So you're gonna have to help me, wizard, just a little bit.
Sure.
I would like to cast Sleep at 2nd level.
Okay.
So.
And it says that if you click the spell, it'll put it in the thing. I don't know what its area of effect is.
I think it's 90 feet.
No, it is not 90 feet for its area of effect. That's how far it can be used.
Its range it's within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Okay, so everything within 20 feet.
Oh, okay, so it's in 20 feet. So I would move up to here, maybe.
Well, no. 90 feet, and then you select a point within that 90, and then everything within 20 feet of the point you select is targeted.
Right there.
Okay. So you got a total of 29. Which means 29 hit points worth of creatures, starting with the lowest first, start passing out.
Mm-hmm.
If it has a pink dot on it, it is unconscious.
That's my big guns, boys. Best I can do.
5,
it took some of them out.
10, 15, 20. This guy's outside. 5, 10. You said here, right?
I think he... Was it here or here?
5, 10, 15, 20. It's still outside.
It was sort of...
Okay. So let me double check the math here. 27, 8, or sorry, 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7. Looks like all the guards pass out, the bandits do not, and the leader does not. Alright. That's your action. Do you want to move back a bit or move across the way?
I do. We're gonna go like maybe like a little bit back this way.
Okay.
Maybe even around the corner. Ooh, yeah.
Alright. The captain will move around the shrine here and look out towards the group and seems to kind of hold. He seems to be readying some sort of action. He is wielding his sword in one hand. He has no shield. The weapon he's wielding is a rapier, by the way. Alright, Brandis, you're up.
Smash the ones not asleep.
Yeah, I know. Okay then. Should I just get in? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stare down the leader, but I'm gonna move past him and walk over here to the sleeping guard and just lop that fucker's head off.
Okay.
While I'm staring down the other guard.
Alright. Go ahead and make an attack roll. You have advantage for the attack because he's prone. Actually, he's unconscious. It automatically crits, or it automatically hits. If you hit, it crits. It does not hit, so it's just a regular hit. Go ahead and give me damage. Yeah, you kill him. Okay.
And I'm trying to just like look as dangerous and intimidating to this, like, because the whole time I did that, I was just staring at the leader. I was like, "Grr!"
He strangely
Like,
doesn't seem to be terribly
what?
phased. He kind of sees you do that and kind of looks confounded. Like, that was a dumb move. Alright, so the bandit behind...
He was already down.
The bandit behind this guy is going to use his action to wake this one up. The bandit here is going to hop down from the platform and wake this one up. And then they will continue their movement towards the door. And as they're doing so, they draw out heavy crossbows. When the crossbows are pulled out, they were hard to detect initially. You kind of saw them, but as they come out, the bow of the crossbow slams out with like a large or loud snap sound, and they slowly recoil back the cable. They look like they're pretty heavy duty deals. But that's it for my two bandits. It would go to Ander, who is currently hidden. Muted.
Sorry about that. I was asking what these things are on the
They're
dais.
small statues that appear to be of the 6 goodly gods of the god heart. So.
Okay, cool. So nothing that I care about too much. I'm just going to do a quick popping over here. I'm going to throw my dagger at leader boy over here.
Okay.
That's a smart boy.
So we'll see what happens with that. Dagger. That's a 13, so I'm guessing I miss.
Yeah.
I'm rolling shit on attacks.
He is holding his rapier kind of down, like in a kind of fencer stance. He's wearing pretty heavy armor. He brings up his rapier to catch it, and with the swept hilt guarding his hand, kind of blocks the dagger. It causes it to flip down into his shoulder and then bounce off his chainmail. It doesn't look like he's expended his reaction, though. It just looks like this regular part of defense. He does drop his dagger back down. He looks like he is waiting for something, like a trigger.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to pop back around the corner, and I'm going to
Hide again.
bonus action, hide again.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 on both, so that's
What, you think you're
I'm
hitting?
inflamed. I'm really pissed off about losing both my daggers for nothing, and I'm just like, can't believe it.
You hurl the dagger and you hit him, and you're like, "Look over there!" at the dagger as it flies away, and the guy just kind of looks at you, and you're like, tiptoe back behind the thing. You don't see this.
So mad.
He's like, and this guard who's just waking up kind of looks over that way and says, "Where'd he go?" Because they apparently don't
I know
see
who I'm attacking next.
anything. So this guard and this guard, the one that's on the dais, the one that's near the dais, stand up as half of their movement, and then will move like so. The guard that made it to the steps there reaches down and shuffles his friend, who is now awake but does not get to act this turn. This guard here moves and starts to awaken his ally here. And this one hops up onto the dais.
So you totally skipped me in the initiative roll there.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you kind of did.
I'm the worst friend. Okay, can you go, Chris Edwards? And I'll backtrack.
I was just gonna pop around the corner. And, can I cast semantic spells with the shield and
Yeah.
weapon out?
Well, if your
Okay.
weapon's out, no. Just have your weapon away and cast that.
Okay, so yeah, Sacred Flame on Leader Boy.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw from him, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and click your spell. He does not dodge it. He will take some damage as a blinding bolt kind of slams into his face. All right. Then the guards were doing the thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peek back behind the corner there, and then.
All right, and oh no, hold on. No, yeah, that's right. He would have been there because he woke up the other one. Got it. Okay, that looks right. How I had it. So only one of them will be able to get into range for attacking. He's standing at a slightly elevated, it's only about 2 feet high, this shrine kind of position. He's going to attack down with a spear. He's doing so two-handed, so he does not have a shield out. There is a shield on his back, though. That should not have rolled in the open. It is a miss, though. Brandis. All right. He's done. Lucan, you are back up to being up again.
I can make it to here and still have 5 left. I'm going to firebolt this guy right here.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Damage.
3!
He's still standing, but you kind of clip his shoulder from around the statue, and he seems to be in agony.
I'll take the rest of my movement to just pop back behind.
All right. The leader, seeing the situation evolving, looks to like behind him, and then looks to your group. Holding the sword in one hand, he raises his other hand and says, "Loose!" And as he says that, everyone in his company, as a reaction, will take an action. The bandits will fire their crossbows. Looks like they're both going at Ander, who will have cover for the shots. And the looks like all of the guards will be throwing their spears at Brandis. All right, crossbow shots, 11 and 21 versus.
They both miss.
What's your AC?
It's 14. The 21 hits.
16 will do. So yeah, you take 4 points of piercing damage as the bolt comes flying past you. The
Oh, great. Use both my knives, and now I have an arrow in my shoulder.
the spears, they're going to be throwing their spears, with the exception of the one that's already attacking Brannis, who will be making another melee attack with this reaction. And just so you understand, real quick, the Watch Captain performed an ability called Orders to Attack, which says all within 30 that are of his choice can make either a melee or range attack as a reaction. The guard attacking Brannis with a two-hander, swing and a miss, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spear throws at Brannis.
I'm sorry, was that 7 hits?
No. So far, 0 hits. I'm saying there are a total of 7 attacks coming at you. I'm doing the
I got
calculations. What's your armor class? 14, right?
Yes, sir.
3 hits for a total of 14 damage. But a bunch of spears kind of land into the ground near you. There's basically like just a plethora of them kind of stabbed in and around you.
He's raging though?
Oh, half. So sorry, let me do the math here. First one was for 3, so that'll be 1. Second one was for 7, so that'll be 3. And the last one was for 4, which will be 2.
So 7 total?
7 total.
Excellent. Yeah, Brannis is just like bellowing.
6 total. Sorry, get your 1 hit point back. Alright. That was the Watch Captain's move. It would go to you, Brannis.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me read Frenzy real quick.
You have to designate that you're frenzying from the initiation. Would you be frenzying with this one?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll gain
melee weapon attacks.
Yeah. You'll gain a level of exhaustion once it's completed, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured this is definitely a do or die scenario. So,
Fair.
First attack against the one right in front of me, the guy who was stabbing at me with a spear.
Sure.
I'm just gonna go reckless.
Okay. 18 hits.
18. 8 damage.
You cut him down. It's +2 actually, so 10. And you still have movement, and you have bonus actions as well if you'd like to continue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move over here into range of this guy and just start whacking at him. So my next attack, I'm gonna basically like kind of assume a position where I can use these 2 stones to my left and right as like cover while
Gotcha.
I try to fight the guy. So I'm basically like holding the low ground, using the high ground as cover, and trying to just zero in on the leader here.
Okay.
So my frenzy attack, also reckless.
What'd you get?
16.
He blocks it. Yep.
Brannis is not happy about that.
Yeah, he does not have a shield, but he is wearing kind of a chainmail armor, but is able to deflect your attack. He does have a very defensive-looking fighting style, so yeah. All right, you missed by 1 out of character note. The bandits will change their attention and are going to move. They move into a firing line, but because you have about 2 feet of platform between you and them, they are firing at you. You will have cover, but not total cover, 3/4 with the statues. They take their shots. 21 hits and 16 hits because of reckless. After the rage halving, it'll be a total of only 5 points of damage. It was 5 and 6, so half of those 2 was 5. All right, that's it for the bandits. Andrew, you are up. You know you're not hidden. It does look like Brannis is getting kind of toggled, but he looks like he's doing what he does, held in his own. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm out of daggers,
Fair.
which is annoying.
The guardsman dead on the ground does seem to have a dagger on his belt.
You're fast. You got this.
I'd let you pull it as an item interaction.
I'm not very fast. I'm not gonna lie.
Halfling.
I'm a short dwarf who's slow. Not dwarf, halfling who's slow. One second. I just need to read one thing on here. Where are you? There you are.
Dash.
Dash, disengage, or hide. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to check on. All right. In that case, I am going to. Yeah, screw it. I'm going all in. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to try to attack this guy since our lovely barbarian friend is next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because, you know.
What are you attacking him with?
I have a short sword.
Cool.
So I'm going to take out my short sword and go stabby stabby with the pointy end.
That sounds about right.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling terrible tonight, guys.
Not like that, you're not.
Well, if that 6 was the first one, I could call lucky, but it's not. And I'm pretty sure I don't have advantage.
You do not.
Because
Why is everyone picking on me when you're the one bubbling your rolls?
No one's picking on you.
The thing is, me bumbling on my rolls is just luck of the die.
Yeah. That is a miss. As if you...
To be fair, though, I was the one that started this with throwing a knife at the guard.
Accurate. Well, you weren't the one that started with the yelling. But back to my point. So, did you dash to get there?
No, that was
Okay.
part of my movement. So I'm going to actually just disengage and take a step back.
Okay, so keep in mind the triangle squares are difficult terrain. So those would be
Oh, in that case, I would have had to have dashed to get there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
You still have 25, 50, so you have 20 feet of movement left if you want to move, but you would provoke an opportunity attack from the...
Yeah, I was hoping that I didn't think I had difficult terrain, which is why I was going to disengage and step back 5 feet.
Yep, the triangle squares are difficult. Yep. I should have mentioned it before, sorry.
Yeah, I would have changed my plan, but I've already committed to it.
All right.
So,
Fair enough. Let's see then. Corzin, the war priest who is standing back, fighting with lasers.
Doing clericy things. Just wait, because I'm gonna do a clericy thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at what's his name?
Just a real quick note. The guard captain is not a prismatic wall. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Don't
I
have to
care.
fear it as much.
I'm not running in there. I'm not dumb.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Brandis.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, we're not dumb either.
You could get behind him and cast Cure Wounds for more healing.
No.
You have a higher AC than everyone in this group.
Yeah,
You're a
Really?
war priest.
my AC is 14, and so's the barbarians.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
All right, Chris Edwards. Fair
Oh
enough.
my gosh.
Fair
Cowardly lion.
Fair enough. Get 6 hit points back there, Chad. And it'll go to the guard town. They...
Like, above the din of battle, you hear, "Yay!"
So, we're going to have an unconscious dwarf soon, guys. This will be... Or, not dwarf, halfling.
Alright.
Why do I keep saying dwarf?
Same.
The guards will move in towards Brandis, the ones that can, and recover their spears. Those that cannot will
Hey, come here often.
move back. And it seems
That's a
there's-
very fine haircut.
it seems like there's a quick exchange with them and the bandit types. You can see daggers being passed out from them to the guards. All right.
Do you think if I ask nicely, they'll give me a dagger too? I kind of threw my two.
Two of the spear guards will attack Brannish. That is a miss, surprisingly, and that is a hit. After halving, it'll be 2 damage for you, Brannish. The last one will attack at Ander instead. And he will do so two-handed, so no shield. That's this guy here. 14 hits, I think.
My gosh, you try to have a friendly conversation with someone, they just go and attack you.
And even with the two-handed swing, I rolled pretty not good on damage. You're taking 2 points of piercing damage. Rolled a 1.
My grandmother gave me this sweater. Now you ruin it.
You think you know a guy.
Lucan.
Yep, I'm gonna occupy Corzon's space, and we're gonna blast another firebolt. We'll do. Was this the one that I had hit before that was in bad way?
No, this one.
We'll do the one that was hurt pretty bad then.
Okay.
Hope for the best. No, 9.
It's a miss.
I'm very glad he does not have fireball. That would be bad for me.
The guard captain will make an attack against Brannis, but he doesn't seem to be going for a wounding strike. This is really confusing to you in the midst of this, Brannis. He attacks at your hands and kind of tries to drag your weapon out of your hands. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
He's just trying to humiliate you now.
That's with advantage because I'm raging, right?
It's a strength saving throw. I do not know if rage says advantage on strength saving throws. I think it's just strength check.
No, it's like strength and then athletics checks. It doesn't say save.
Double
I
check.
thought it was all.
Double
I thought it
check.
was all. Yeah, it's right there on my character sheet.
Strength saving throws as well. Yeah, you'd have advantage. Go ahead. You still fail. He catches your sword with his rapier, throws it over his head, and it lands 10 feet behind him here.
Brandis immediately starts flexing his fists like he just cannot wait to get his hands on something.
There are spears all around you and in you. And that will be it for the captain. Brandis, it's your up.
Now, can I use both my action and bonus action attack to grapple? Basically, by the end of the turn, if I succeed on both, have him restrained.
That's not how. Do you have the grappler feat?
Well, I mean, you can use a grapple in place of an attack, can't you?
Yeah, but you can't restrain someone with a grapple unless you have the grappler feat.
Oh, okay. I thought it was okay.
That's a feat function from the feat grappler. Yeah.
No, that's still fine.
You can certainly grab
I'm
him.
going to. Yeah. So I guess with my first attack, I'll try and grapple him, and with my second attack, I'll try to pick up a spear and stab him with it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your athletics check with advantage. I'll make my acrobatics, it looks like I'm going to go with. You get me. You have me grappled. You can also move half your speed and take him with you if you'd like. Another option for grappling. But yeah, if you grapple him with one hand, grab a spear with the other, you can go ahead and make an attack with a spear if you want to just drag and drop a spear onto your character sheet from the compendium and then smash.
I mean, it's the same as a javelin.
Same as a javelin, true, that's true. So go ahead and make a javelin attack.
So I'll do that, but I will also be moving away with him. I'm going to be trying to pull him out of the fight and trying to make like a tactical withdrawal.
Okay.
While I'm throttling him with one hand and shanking him with a spear with the
Perfectly fine. Go ahead and show me your path, and I will move him along with you. I believe one of the guards will probably get an attack. The javelin hits. Go ahead and give me damage on that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to move down into that difficult terrain, but I think that's all the movement I have. I can only move half speed while I'm grappling.
10, 15, yeah. So you'll provoke one opportunity attack from a guard, and he missed. And then you'll be in the difficult terrain south from him. Perfect. And he takes 8 points of damage. Alright, he's not bloodied yet. Looks like he's pretty sturdy. Let's see. Yeah. Cool. That's it for that. The bandits will, having taken their daggers out and are not able to really line up a shot, are going to move and then dash around the way. Based on your perception here, it looks like they might, if the battle goes south, turn and go try and recruit the eastern people. But that's it for the bandits. Goes to Ander.
You know what? Because I got nothing better to do. Let's try the stabby on the main guy again.
Okay.
Because why not?
Do it.
Alright, short sword attack. Get ready for me to get a natural 2, guys, because I'm not lucky enough to get a natural 1 and use my halfling stuff. Hey, that's
Okay.
a 16. That's going to miss by 1.
You know it. Yep. It does miss by 1. Corzin.
I'm also...
Disengage.
Wait, it's not my turn. It's not done with my turn
Sorry,
yet.
I apologize.
I'm going to disengage. 10... I think... If I'm calculating correctly, that's as far as I can get is disengage.
Correct. No, you can go. You can go one more down. You get 5 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, go in the square to the left.
Yeah, you can get behind the pillar.
Yeah.
Okay. You said down one more, so I thought you meant straight down.
No, I'm sorry. I should explain. Corzin. Yeah, definitely looks like the front line is just one not wearing much armor barbarian.
What are you talking
Pincushion.
about? I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna cast me one of them spiritual weapons.
Your target for the spiritual weapon?
It's gonna be this
Big
guy.
guy. Okay. And then go ahead and roll your attack with spiritual weapon. That's a bonus action. That'll
That
miss.
is a miss.
And then what do you want to do with your standard action? Because you cast a leveled spell, you cannot cast another leveled spell as your action. You can make an attack, or you could cast a cantrip.
I'll punch him in the face because I don't have my weapon out because I'm an idiot.
Him and not the minion, who is basically getting free attacks and is probably way easier to kill.
Yeah. No, I'll punch the minion dude in the
Alright.
face.
I don't know why the lessons of attrition never work with you guys.
Action economy.
Yep. Go ahead and take your attack against him.
I just like trying my luck doing stupid things. You should know this by now, John.
You're fine.
Yeah.
9 misses. Alright, the guards, seeing the situation as it's kind of unfolding here, 2 of them are going to move in on Corzon, and 1 of them is going to move in on Brennus. The ones with the daggers are going to move around the way, and it looks like they are moving to defend the, again, these aren't accurate, but they are dashing, to get to a defensive point for the bandits if they do intend to retreat. My 2 guards attacks against Corzon. Yeah, they both miss because your AC is massive, and then
I don't know what you're talking about.
the one attack against Brannus, 6 will actually miss. That's depressing. Lucan, it sounds like the battle's coming to you, whether you like it or not.
I do not like it.
Sam, I am.
I do not like exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, so this is bad. Let's go here. So this magic missile that he took, the spell is not an auto hit, but it's an attack roll.
Correct. Jim's
That's a
magic
really
missile.
shitty I don't like it as much anymore.
Wait, magic missile, not an automatic
Jim-
That's
attack?
pretty
Jim's-
ridiculous.
Jim's
What?
magic missile is different. Yeah.
Wait, out of curiosity, where is Jim's magic missile from? Like
Acquisitions
I've never heard of it.
Incorporated. It's
It
an
is so
Okay.
good.
AI.
Cool.
Oh man,
So
why would I?
if you read it, you'll see that it doesn't do auto low damage. It does roll good damage. And if you crit with it, it does even more damage.
We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
Crit, 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 crit.
I honestly don't know how the spell macro is going to go because I've never clicked it once in my life. Okay, so it's just going to read it to you. So you are going to you make 3 darts. You're going to need to make a ranged spell attack for each dart. So make 3 range attacks. I don't know why. Probably because the macro would be.
It's not on the
Yeah, I agree. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll an intelligence check and just add 2. So just regular intelligence, or make a intelligence saving throw. We'll count those as attacks.
Okie dokie.
First one is a miss. Second one is a miss. Third one is a hit. So the third one deals 2d4 force damage to its target. Were you all focusing them all on one target or no?
Yeah, the one that was hurt that I've been trying to kill. So was that this one?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll 2d4.
Loves you.
Oh, that's so great.
He dies. So that's the other thing. 3d4 plus 3 versus a potential 6d4 from a first level spell. And if you crit with them, instead of 2d4, it's 5d4. It's a pretty good first level spell. But don't forget to pay your royalty costs. I believe... Oh, no, you cast it at first level. Never mind. Done. Lucan...
And then I'm going to take some movement to skedaddle 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. The captain is going to use his action to try and break the grapple with Brannis. Give me an athletics check. You have advantage, obviously, and I will make my dex check. Slightly better.
Yeah, he fucked up because when he took the sword out of my hands, he became the thing I wanted to get my hands on.
Well, let's see if you can beat my 15. Go. Yep. He does not escape. That's his action. He has no bonus actions. Alright. Done with him. Brannis is up. You still have a spear in one hand and a city captain in the other. Stabby stabs or...
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to go reckless with this. And can I use my bonus action first?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm just going to shank him with the spear.
I do not believe so. Frenzy says if you use the attack action, which is not declaring that you're doing it, it's actually doing it. Alright, 14 will miss and 7 will miss. Do you want to move him some more, or are you good with where he's at? You can shift him around you too, if you want. You can like move him to the left of you instead, or, you know.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Move him out of range.
Yeah,
of,
I'm gonna just like sort of sweep him between the two of us and stick him
against the wall
over here.
Yeah, and then if you want to push him against
No,
the
I'm
corner...
gonna stick him in that gap behind me.
Oh, you want to put him in the corner?
No, I'm gonna stick him in that gap behind me so that our rogue can just stab him from the other side of the wall.
Stab at him. I mean, to be completely honest, it's probably not going to work.
Yeah. But the visual in my mind is that he's hiding behind the wall, and all of a sudden he hears this like meaty slap, and he like looks over, and this guy's face is like pressed against
the muted crying.
Why are you so mean to me?
The muted crying. Oh, it's great. Okay, so bandits are going to fire crossbows into Corzon. Hit. Take 4 points of damage there, Shedwards. All right.
What'd you roll, man?
I got a 22, and then the second one got a 16. Yeah.
Those probably hit, yeah.
No, the 16 misses.
Oh no. Weakness.
Oh.
Yeah, he got lots of AC. But yeah, 4 points. Cool. Andrew, you're up, attacking this guy in the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Give me 1 second.
You got it.
I'm just making... I'd like to say before I roll, guys, I made this toast myself. and I mean, like, I actually baked it myself.
Oh,
not
that's
just
lovely.
put it in a toaster.
The bread as well.
Yes, it's sourdough that I've made.
Very cool.
Lovely.
All right,
Quarantine.
now I'm going to stab him. And probably miss. I hit the thing, but it.
Yeah,
19.
you did it.
I missed, didn't I?
No, it hits.
I missed.
No, you hit it.
What? That's
You
not
need a
how this
17.
game works, John.
So it should be 3d6
Sneak attack.
plus dex. Give me that damage.
All right, so that's an 8, and then sneak attack. I hit the
Well,
wrong
the
one.
power you
5 for
take.
sneak attack.
Oh God.
Not bad. He does look like he is teetering on the side of bloodied. All right.
And then can I use my action to try to hide from it?
Bonus action.
Bonus action to try to hide.
What?
Okay, here's the rub. I'll let you hide, but for his purposes, I'm going to give you the disadvantage. You can make a stealth check, but if your lower number of the 2 dice, yeah,
It's 9.
nobody doesn't see you. I think that makes sense.
Yep.
Corzon,
Is
you
that
are
double
up.
Negative.
It looks like the bandits, after firing their volley at you and seeing your defensive nature, look like they're about to turn and run from the group. The bandits are the ones that look like dwarves. So if they are allowed to run, they're probably going to go get reinforcements. Just a heads up.
I ain't got nothing for that.
You have your spiritual weapon, which can move and attack the captain as your bonus action. And then if you want, you can act however you want to be on that. But do you want to do the spiritual weapon to get it out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit. And then just click the spiritual weapon word for the damage. Alright. Now he's bloodied. And then your action and movement, if any.
Nope.
Okay. So you'll take 1 opportunity attack from the guard. And he misses. Alright, and then you're going to use your attack against him.
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Good. Hits.
Back up.
He's still standing, but he is bloodied. Alright. They look like they're a little hardier than the guards. Right, good job, Corzon. The guards with the daggers are going to step in and try and kind of enclose around you. They don't get much on you. The one in the back line is going to throw his dagger, and he biffs it. And then the other 3 are going to attack with their daggers. And miss. Hit for 3 damage. They are attacking you with knives, trying to kind of get in and around your plating. The one who got behind you kind of stabs you in the shoulder a little bit. It doesn't get all the way through your armor, but you can kind of feel that pinprick. Lucan, you are up. If you had burning hands, that's a
Which I don't.
pretty good setup. Fair enough.
I guess we're going to do a firebolt on the guy that's
Okay.
being grappled, right? So do I have that with advantage then?
No, that's not how that works.
Okie dokie.
Hits.
How about 22 for 6 fire?
Definitely not happy. Alright, so being grappled, in the situation that he's in, he realizes that, wrestling you is not beneficial, and it's not working. So he is going to instead kind of twist in your grasp for just a second, since you're holding it with one hand and attacking with the spear, and then snap down towards the halfling. And since he's bloodied, he will be making his first attack against the halfling. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw there, Ander.
Oh man, this guy's a heightist, isn't he? Alright, a strength saving throw. Oh, this is good, guys. That's a 1 in there. So that's a 17. Hey.
He kind of snaps free, reaches down, and kind of couples with your short sword and tries to pull it, just like he did with the great, or the weapon that Brandis was using. Greatsword, right?
Yeah.
Fails it because you managed to pull harder down on your weapon than a raging barbarian did, and you watch the look of surprise on this captain's face, like, this little halfling's like, no, not today.
You cannot take my grandmother's sword from me.
In
Well, I would have hoped that captain would have realized by now that disarming me was also a fuck up on his
Yeah,
part.
no, I know, but again, he's trying something here, and then he will again, like I said, he's raging, so he gains multi attack. He's going to attack Brannis with the rapier and missing, despite you were attacking recklessly the last turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he misses despite that. 13 doesn't hit. And then, seemingly from nowhere, a dagger kind of flashes out in his other hand. And wow, he is pathetic right now. He is not doing great. So
Well, to be fair, I also missed twice while raging.
he's not raging. He's just being
Well, I mean,
grappled.
I attacked recklessly with advantage both times.
Yeah, so I got a 10 and a 13 on the first attack, and a 13 and a 12 on the second attack.
Nice.
So your hide armor or whatever, dingy armor.
Dude, we're just duking it out.
Yep.
This is just a good old fashioned 90s fist fight.
Fair enough. It is your initiative.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's the fight in the back alley from They Live.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
So that's what we're doing. I'm just reckless attacking both attacks with a spear on the captain.
Okay.
Put on the sunglasses.
First one hits, second one misses. Damage.
7.
Definitely well wounded, but not dead yet. All right. Brannis done. Bandits up. One of the bandits is going to try and.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Can I move with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to move. I know this is going to provoke an opportunity attack, but I want to move here. And
Are you putting
put him?
Yeah. 5, 10, 15. You could put him in the corner. You could swing him around and shove him in the corner if you wanted.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So people can't help him break out.
While we're doing that, can we put the dunce cap on him? Since we're obviously just setting him in the corner and.
The guard misses, or you're raging, or you're reckless. So yeah, he hits 2 points of damage. Actually, 1 point of damage after the rage. And this is turn 5 of your rage. So
Good to know.
just a heads up. I usually try and let people know on a halfway mark. All right, so back to the bandit talk. The bandit you just hit a second ago, Corzon, is going to try and escape from you and move down the passageway. You can take an opportunity attack. Hit. All right. So as he tries to retreat, you bash him in the back of the head with the warhammer, kind of leaning into him, and he kind of falls to the ground in a spiral of blood, skull, and face. The other one wasn't really paying attention to that and tries to use the opportunity presented by you swinging to furl out a scimitar and attack. As you bash that dude's head in, you see the glint of the scimitar opening out, and you just pull your shield in tight, and you hear a loud ka-thunk as he slams into your shield, and you're kind of pressed against him, surrounded by the others with knives. Your domain is being fulfilled here. This is definitely the place for Corzon. Ander, you are up. You can definitely see Corzon is surrounded, but seems to be holding his own. You just watched Brannish drag the captain off in the distance. There are 2 guards here who have spears still, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm just going to walking on over down here, and I'm just going to try to go stabby on this guy with my short sword.
Makes sense.
For kids. That's a 19 to hit.
Damage him. And sneak.
That's a 5 plus. Ooh, that's 11. I think he's dead, guys.
Corzon, as you're preparing for the next wave of knives from behind, you kind of shift your shield over, and you just watch one of them explode with a blade coming out of his chest, very similarly to times you fought alongside Ander. And then you watch as the halfling kind of skitters away and disappears behind the pillar, even from your sight. Corzon.
You can't see me!
The other bandit? Or are you going to smash a guard, or what would you like to hit?
I'm gonna smash a guard with my spiritual weapon.
Oh, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, you can move it to them. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead. It'll be this one at the top. Yeah, it swings wildly and misses. It doesn't. You're kind of focusing on the fight at hand, and you're not able to change the altitude. It was attacking the big city captain, and now it's trying to attack the guard, and it's a swing and a miss. Okay. Do you want to attack the bandit or the guard
13
versus the bandit? Yeah, that'll hit.
bandit.
Damage.
Oh, okay.
All right. He is very well wounded, but not down. You still have movement if you want to circle around him to try and block his escape. Or you can hold your position here and attack him if he tries to run.
Yep. Block his escape.
I'm gonna block his escape. I'll take the 2.
Yeah,
opportunities.
the dagger attacks will come at your back. Surprisingly, one hits. It will deal 3 points of piercing damage.
No, I can't. I can't remove it. Hold on.
That's okay. If that is the case and you move around to there, the 2 guards will follow.
Don't worry, guys. If he goes down, we got a cleric.
This
No worries.
guard is going to run and pick up his spear at the 20-foot marker and then throw it into Brannis. And the other 2 guards are going to move behind Brannis and attack him. These are with spears. The thrown spear hits. The attacking regular spear hits. And the last spear misses. So from the thrown spear, you're taking, after rage reduction, will be 3 points of piercing damage. And the melee one will be 2 points after piercing damage. A 6 and a 5. Halved, of course.
Yeah, Brandis is looking pretty beat up, but he's sort of helped divide the fight so that our cleric is not fighting quite so many people by himself.
Fight and conquer. Lucan, you are up. It definitely sounds like there's still a fight happening.
Yep, so I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna do sleep again right in the center, right there.
Okay.
Try to take them all out.
First level?
Second level.
You sure?
Maybe not, if I don't need
Yeah,
to. Sure.
I would use it at first level.
Just a
for-
quick-
Okay, thank you, 'cause I don't really know.
Spellcaster note, there's only 3 of them there. You took down 6 of them with a second level
Okay.
sleep. So,
Okay, oh, I have to,
Yeah.
that much?
yeah. You centered it, what, here? Or rather here? That'd probably be the smartest move.
Oh,
It's 20
yeah,
feet.
I mean, you want to take out one of the groups. You don't want to try to get everyone right now.
Well, it's 20 feet. You probably want it to be like right there so you can potentially get
that
all
would
of
fit.
it.
You could
Okay.
potentially get all of them.
Okay.
go for it.
35, starting with the lowest first. So I believe that will be this one. This one. This one.
I like sleep. Wow, sleep is awesome.
This one.
Sleep is awesome until you hit about 5th level.
Okay.
Then sleep can
7,
be problematic.
14, 24. So it will not be able to sleep the bandit because it got all of the guards. Unless you wanted to not get the left side at all. It's your call.
I would like to get,
You're either only going to, just a quick out of, because you're a new wizard, I'm going to explain. You're either going to get exactly the 3 you wanted on the right side, or you're going to get all 5 of the guards.
okay, so, shit.
I'd say get the guards.
Yeah, I guess this guy is going to be able to wake up one, or
He's-
attack Chris. Yeah, that's right. No, I'm going to get all of them. Just let's do it as it is.
Yep. It's an action to wake somebody up, so he's probably not going to waste it
Yeah.
since he's in melee.
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
Claire.
Let's do that.
Okay. The watch captain kind of pushed into the wall, seeing his guards kind of nod off in the middle of the fight, kind of angry. Brandishes both his weapons and drops them low and starts stabbing them towards Brannis. All right, so let's see how bad I do. 2 rapier attacks, both hitting, and the dagger attack also hitting. All told, it's even numbers, so I can just add them up and have it. So it's going to be a total of 16 halved is 8.
It's not terrible.
Still standing?
What?
Brandis is still standing. I mean, he's
Did
pretty
Brandis
fucked
just
up,
get
but he's
shattered?
still in it to win.
No, he's not shattered. But if I had hit Lucan with 16 points of damage, it would have shattered him. So just
Oh, yeah.
to put in perspective the amount of cool guy that Brandis is. Speaking of cool guy and Brandis, the guards are or unconscious behind you. They will be for about a minute, based on your knowledge of how that works. And
Don't attack them.
No, I'm just gonna keep going in on this captain. I'm just gonna keep
baby.
stabbing the fuck out of him.
Okay.
Reckless.
That'll hit, and that'll hit.
Yes.
And do you want to, during this process, move him towards your sword?
Yes, actually.
Go ahead.
So as I'm stabbing him, I'm just driving him in this general direction.
Yeah, but you want to keep him away from the sword so he doesn't pick it up first. So you move 15 up,
Totally.
and then he'll move 15 up as well. So you're basically dragging him along the wall as you're just stabbing him with the spear. It's tight.
That was a total of 11, 19.
Oh yeah, he's still standing, but I think he's exactly in the same range as you are. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint. His hit points are 11.
Yeah, totally.
Bandits are up. Bandit, sorry,
That's awesome.
singular. He is going to attempt to shove Corzon and knock him down. Corzon, make either an athletics check or an acrobatics check, your choice. All right.
20, buddy.
He ducks low and he tries to slam into you and kind of push you over and bowl you over so he can get past you. He fails in this, and basically gets diverted off to the side, and has to kind of move around you. You can go ahead and take an opportunity attack as he does so. Hits, damage. Yep, enough to get him down from the last attack.
Nice.
Smash! As he's kind of rushing past you, he spirals to the ground, hits the wall, and kind of drops down. You wait for a second. The sound of combat over on the left side is kind of dinned down because the wind is blowing past you. And you wait for a second to hear if you can hear anything coming from over there. You do hear some voices, but they don't sound like they're alert voices. It sounds like there's conversation that's being generally passed to the east of you. That's just being had and isn't important right now. Bandits are done, and I mean that literally. Andrew, you're up. It looks like the last remaining ones are the sleeping guards, so you can just go coup de grace, and I'll just say they're dead if you want to go do one. Or you can move towards the guard captain and help out.
Oh, I'm going to go over to the guard.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I'm going to dash
Yep.
to get to the guard captain. And I'm just going to be just sort of like, as I'm stabbing him, tell us what we want to know.
Okay. Take the attack.
What do we want to know, guys?
Tickle his feet.
Take the attack.
That's a 12, unless you want to give me inspiration for the funny line.
Well, you were actually attacking from hidden. If you remember correctly, you
that's
hid
true, I
behind the
was.
thing, so you did rush out of nowhere.
23.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage, and let's see how this works.
Come on,
That's a
sneak.
9 plus 5,
So-
so a total of 14.
Out of nowhere, Brandis, as you're like fighting, stabbing, and you're like looking back over your shoulder towards the sword, you see, as you're kind of looking over your shoulder, something kind of off in the other direction, so you turn and look the other way, and you just see the shadow of a halfling bolt past all the sleeping guards, jump out with his sword, and as he's rushing forward, he yells, what was it again?
Tell us what we want to know.
As he
A really pissed off halfling.
stabs the guard captain in the face. You watch the blade enter into the mouth of the guard captain and slam out the back of his head. And this halfling kind of just falls, and you feel the captain limp, like, in your hands. Like an immediate, like, death. Not really in the position
Well done.
to tell you anything
Well
anymore.
done.
But yeah, it seems that this wing of the temple has been cleared. You are aware that there is a downward descending series of steps that leads into the under temple, which is where you believe the Godheart piece is located. But you also know that there are still some other individuals on the opposite side. I'm going to go ahead and go from left to right and ask you what you're doing immediately after the fight, and you can go ahead and tell me therein. Andy, what's Lucan doing after the fight? They're
So just
still
to be
they're still sleeping people. They will wake up in about
right.
9 rounds.
So they need to be dealt with. Are we going to tie them up or kill them?
If 5 people coup de grace them, then they are dead. If you want,
Okay.
Oh no, I'm totally
Part of-
walking around eating skulls. Like,
Well, yeah. Hold. What's Andy going to do?
No, let's do that. So we could do that. I have a dagger, and then I guess I'd want to search the captain.
well, since you're moving past everything to go to search the captain, you're just kind of nominating everyone kill everyone on the ground. The guard captain has a rapier, pretty fine looking, chain armor rather. He does have a crossbow, light crossbow on his belt. He was wielding a dagger as well. The guard captain also has what appear to be 3 potions on a bandolier towards his lower back.
What color are they?
Red. All 3 of them are red. One does look like it's in kind of a trapezoidal or kind of pyramidical kind of bottle, and the other 2 look like they're in more round, smaller bottles.
Okay. So if we think that we're safe, I could identify what they are in 10 minutes.
If you want to spend 10 minutes doing that. But you're pretty sure they're healing potions. One's more powerful than the other 2.
I would give the most powerful. I would give the trapezoidal one. I think that's the most powerful one.
Correct.
Is that right? To Brannis,
All right.
and then the other one each to Corazon and Ander.
Okay. If you want to imbibe them, you can. That's perfectly acceptable. If you're just taking...
Brandis would drink it, no question. Like, just...
All right.
Thank you. Well,
All right, you regain 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus. You gain 14 back. And Corazon, do you drink the one that you were given? And Anders, do you after stabbing them, do you drink the one that you got? Sorry, Chris Edwards, you're breaking up. What did you say?
no, I'm gonna pocket it.
Okay. Ander, do you drink yours?
I am also going to pocket it for the time being.
Okay. All right. It does look like the main point of egress into the temple proper for what you're looking for is the steps. And again, your mission here isn't so much to take over the Sunderpeak temple, but to get the God Heart. You can certainly
hold on. One thing I wanted to do while coup de grace them was also just start collecting daggers.
So there are a total of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 total daggers amongst the groups. It looks like they're all of the same make. They look like they all came from the bandits.
Okay, I'm going to re-grab the the 2 of my grandmas that I threw, because
Okay.
heirlooms.
Total of 10 daggers.
And and grab the other one. So 10 daggers. Yeah,
If you
right.
take both of the dagger bandoliers off of the dead bandits, kind of go over to Corazon and do that, you can kind of strap an X across your chest, and then have 4 and 4, and then have the 2 in your hands, your grandma's.
I like it.
More action-packed fun times. Brandish, you recover your sword. There is a rapier here too as well. I don't know if that's something you want to think about there.
I mean, if no one else is interested in it, I'll stick it in my belt. After drinking the potion and everybody's killing people, and Brandis is going to go kind of pat people down looking for food, water, alcohol, just about anything, because now he's exhausted, so he kind of wants to get some energy, kind of like, keep his wits about him.
Yeah, it looks like one of them has a small snack, but it doesn't look like they are geared up to hold here. It looks like they might be staying inside the temple, like downstairs. So
I mean, it's totally fine, just like,
yeah, flavor-wise,
food, water skins, wine skins, just like
I'm
a
just-
little...
Yeah, I was going to ask, is the snack just like a high C pouch and some orange
yeah,
slices?
yeah. He has a Lunchable on him. You pull it out, you pop it open, throw in a couple pieces of salami. Never microwave the pizza, and you just, you get refreshed. You still have exhaustion, but
Oh yeah, this is definitely more for flavor's sake.
absolutely delicious Lunchable flavor. I want to eat a Lunchable right now. Okay, Do you plan on trying to hold this position and take a rest? Which, out of character note, that sounds real dumb. Um, but or do you want to head downstairs, or do you want to go deal with the other wing and whatever guards or what have you are present there? There will be less of them.
Brandis would he would recover his javelin as well, and then he would also take one of the
spears. Okay. The one you've been using that seemed to help out pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. So he's going to keep his sword on him, but basically, whatever fight we get into next, he's probably going to open up with the spear.
Okay. Did you want the rapier, Ander, or are you okay with him belting it?
I don't care. I've got 10 daggers.
All right.
What do I need a rapier for?
That's a fair point. Okay. Corzon, you were going to say something there?
Yeah, I would take the bodies that are over by me and like drag them back behind the corner.
Solid
here.
snake mind. Good boy. All right. If you move them out of sight and all the bodies out of sight, you just push them back in this corner. Cool deal.
Can we pose them in funny shapes?
Oh, that's so creepy.
But then you plan on, after doing that, you plan on heading down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We must retrieve the God Heart.
So, on the descent, let me just get rid of these two. It is pretty warm compared to the windy exterior. And as you come down into... Oh, hold on a second. Let me make sure. I do not want
you guys to see
The
anything
entire
down
map.
where, like the Beholder or the adult blue dragon or anything like that. You can't see them.
What kind of armor did the captain have on him?
chain.
Okay,
Chainmail.
so if that will improve anybody's AC.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
I want to keep my stealth.
One second.
Actually, as a quick question, did anyone have anything like studded leather armor, or was it all just regular leather armor that the rest of them
Leather on the bandits and chain shirt. Or not chain shirt, sorry. Chainmail on the other guys.
Yep. Not worth it then. All right.
I'm sorry, would chainmail improve my AC?
It's heavy armor.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it would inhibit you a bit. So, if you'd like, take a quick break or roleplay a little bit. I apparently have to draw some quick lines real quick. I apologize.
No worries.
Brandis, since he didn't find a whole lot to work with on these people, he's gonna kind of like dig into his pack, get like some of his rations, and like eat some bread and cheese and whatever, and then wash it all down with some water. And what does the first level of exhaustion do?
You have
I
disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah.
So just frenzy again, and you'll be alright.
And after this, what do we have to do, guys?
That was the easy part.
I got one more day till retirement, boys.
That's
Let's get through this one.
And you have to take on your crazy partner.
One mission, then retire.
To go back home. After this.
Sure hope you don't die or anything,
It's like a bad buddy cop movie. Anders and Brandis.
Hit it.
Anderson Brandis.
You guys. I'm like
I'm
trying
for
to
it.
hit the fear of God in these people, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna throw a dagger.
You're like, tell us what we want to know, and as soon as you ask the question, I punch him in the mouth, and you're like, come on, man.
I'd like
Let's
to
punch
say,
him first, and then I ask him the question.
No, so Corzon, like in the pregame, was telling Ander, okay, we need to ask some questions. We need to get some information. And so that last bit that Ander did was him remembering to do that, but forgetting like that his sword was going to go right through that guy's face.
Well, yeah. Also, I'd like to say, in terms of flaws, my flaw is if there's a plan, I'll forget it. If I don't forget it, I'll ignore it. So
Here you
the
go.
plan to do the thaumaturgy thing, I'm just like, well, how can I screw this up on purpose, guys?
Dagger throwing time.
Oh, that's much better.
So you see
I
a long.
misused long. Go ahead.
Sorry, you see a long hallway that seems to have 2 breakpoints on it once you make it to the bottom of the steps. The descent down into Sunderpeak Temple was about, you want to guess, about 30 feet. If Harbeck was here with you, the dwarf, he'd probably tell you exactly how many feet it was, but he stayed back today. So that said, it does appear that there are 2 points of entry, and you can ask questions about them as I continue dueling.
So, my one question is, if there's a hallway, why am I just seeing black all around me?
Name.
I could see a long hallway going to the south.
Oh, because none of you have a light source.
There's no light, and I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
reason.
okay.
Does anybody want to
Because
bring
you're not
out a
you're not
light?
elf.
I will
Well,
carry a torch.
Let's see if I've got a... I have a hooded lantern. I would like to light the hooded lantern so we can cover it up some if we need to.
Okay,
That casts quite a lot of light, doesn't it?
Corazon has a torch in one hand. Can you see now, people who couldn't?
Yes.
Chad?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's 50 guards. Oh, I'm kidding.
So yeah, 2 doors. If you have any questions about them, just let me know.
So by 2 doors, you mean that there's like a double set of double doors directly to the east.
There's a set of double doors to the east, and then if you continue on southward, there's a set of double doors there. There are 2 sets of double
see.
doors.
Got it.
Yeah,
Go ahead, thief. Go ahead, thief. Thief it up.
So, I would actually, at the second pair of double doors, just like to basically put my ear up against the door and see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Okay. So when you kind of start approaching it, you notice that there is a difference between this door and the door you passed on the way up. The door that you passed on the way up seems to be wood reinforced with iron, and it looks like it has undergone some work. It's actually been reinforced from what you can tell. Looks like someone's taken iron bands and kind of placed them across the front. It also looks like someone has placed a lock mechanism on it. Apologies, I forgot to mention this too. The captain of the guard had a key on him. That's kind of important.
We probably would have grabbed the key if we had known about that.
Yeah, you have it. That's for the first door that you passed. The second door that you come to, as you approach it, you can see that there appears to be strange kind of weird kind of markings and kind of just scratches and breaks on the ground in front of the door. It seems that the doors here are stone, not regular just doors, and they appear to be covered with runes and markings. Sorry, hold on a second. There is also 2 knockers and kind of a dwarven face on the stone door here, and a bunch of dwarvish runes kind of like all over the beard and beneath the beard of the face. It definitely looks like this one is sealed. If you speak Dwarvish, do you speak the Dwarf?
If by Dwarvish you mean... No, I don't. I don't.
Okay. Does anybody?
I speak Orc.
The alphabet
I could-
looks familiar.
I could take 10 minutes to read it as a ritual.
Well, can I still listen at the door, even if I can't read it?
The stone door is dead silent.
It had knockers on it.
Yeah, it has knockers.
Really nice knockers.
It has knockers. It definitely looks like there's some sort of mechanism or function to the knockers, to the runes, and to the runic defenses here on this this specific door. The door to the north looks like it just has a regular keyhole in it.
Good dwarven carving. Should one of us unlock the door to the north, do we think?
I'm gonna go to the door to the north.
Do you want to go to the door to the north and listen?
Yeah, sure. I'll listen at the door to the north also.
While they're doing all this, I'm going to start casting comprehend languages as a ritual.
Okay.
While they're doing all this stuff.
Perfectly fine. It sounds like there's something on the other side of this door. A group of individuals kind of talking. It sounds like there's also this kind of sound. Sounds like something against wood. And then some more talking. It seems like there's an echo in the room. Like it's kind of a bigger room that they are in. And they're on the far side of the room. And you're not able to hear them. It's basically like muffled voices at a distance. Like someone's talking on the other side of your house. You know there's people there. And it sounds like they're playing some sort of game on a table. But they're a distance away.
Wait, is this on the other side of another door?
This would be on the other side of the wooden door. There's 2 doors.
Okay. Do these doors in front of us have like a little, like a slot where somebody would like open a thing to like look out?
No.
Huh.
Okay.
Sounds like Miss Oathmar.
I'm look.
Brandis
And
watches them listen at the door, and then he just like cracks his knuckles.
I'm gonna look at Andrew. I'm gonna hold my finger to my mouth, making a shushing, and then I'm gonna tell him to unlock it slowly.
Does he?
Okay. I go to unlock it.
Alright.
Yeah.
So-
Brandis readies an action to throw his spear if they open the door.
Go ahead and give me a Thieves' Tools check with Dexterity as the primary ability.
Thieves' tools with dexterity. Okay, let's give this a shot. That's a 13.
Alright. You loudly start kind of clicking at it. And you can definitely kind of get to a point where you hear like a...
Oh, but wait a second. Why are we using the thieves' tools? Why not try the key first?
Oh, did you unlock it with the key?
I want to try unlocking it with the key.
I
That's
was trying to have him be quiet about
that's
it.
fine. I forgot it existed the first time. You forgot it existed the second time. We're even.
I did remember.
That's fine. So you...
I take the thieves' tools out, put them in, I'm like,
Instead, I'll have you make a stealth check and we'll ignore that roll that you just made.
So he goes ahead and puts the thieves'
okay,
tools
guys,
down
it's
and
worse.
remembers he has the key.
Alright. So
I'd like to say I unlock the door and just kick it in.
he basically takes the key and looks at it and kind of like looks at the hole and he's not sure how it works. A thief isn't terribly fond of seeing keys. They usually make their own. So he shoves it in upside down and you can hear it kind of scraping and scratching and then turning it and kind of like getting frustrated at it, pull it back out and then look up over at Corzon and then turn it around and put it back in. At this point though, those of you who are next to the door can hear the voices on the other side kind of all silently just stop talking.
And I kick the door in.
Oh, I was gonna
Ever.
thaumaturgy the door
Throw a
open.
dagger.
Are we opening the door?
No, I'm gonna thaumaturgy the door open and yell, "I have arrived!" and step through the doorway.
Alright. Well, if that's the case,
Guys, we're good at this.
your
The door
ritual,
opens and Brandis throws a spear.
your ritual will be broken. Brannis,
My ritual be broken?
yeah, because unless you want to continue casting it during the combat, that's about to happen. But upon opening the door, you see that immediately inside the door there are 2 statues of demons, draconic-looking demons that appear to be placed there. Corzon, you probably recognize them as the enemies of the Godheart, and they definitely look like they've been added. They do not look like they have. They match the decor, if you will. On the opposite side, you see several more guards kind of standing up and kind of moving, already prepared. But because they are aware that the door is going to slam open, the spear throwing will have to happen on initiative. Brandis, apologies. Your surprise was ruined.
Even though I had it ready.
Yeah, because your readied action would happen on a turn that would start, and they're aware, so there's no real combat here. The door's opening isn't a part of a combat. Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
here
me
to
now.
The
I'm
presumption,
here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
the presumption is
All
with
out
a
of
breach.
bubblegum.
The presumption is for a breach like that
Bubblegum.
is you're attacking a target at who's not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
So
Womp womp.
go ahead and roll initiative.
Don't worry, guys. I've only screwed us entirely twice so far. Third
Yeah,
time's
it's
a
one of
charm,
those
right?
things, like, as soon as you screwed up the key, I was just like, nah, they already know.
Well, what can I say? I'm just special that way. It's what my grandma always used to say, that I was special.
I was just about to say, is that what your grandma used to say?
Grandma Gemwich. Right. I'm digging it. Let's see. Everybody should be in order. It's a really nice, tight grouping of initiatives, by the way. Bandits go first. Okay. The bandits pull out their crossbows, drop to a knee. The ones in the back corner there drop to a knee and fire down range. One at Corzon, one at Ander.
Thanks, guys.
Basically, Ander, you kind of tuck back behind the door and hear a and then Corzon, you get your shield up and you can see the head of it kind of pierce through the shield, and you look at it with anger. All right. Speaking of which, Corzon, it is your up. I will point out too, as you see the room, there do appear to be strange glyphs on the ground that are lightly, very lightly glowing. They appear to be lightly glowing.
Alright, I'm gonna step into the room. And this homeboy back here, almost sacred flame.
Okay. He looks like he had a sword drawn. I'm going to go ahead and roll his dex, and he fails, so he'll take a 6. He is bloodied. Alright.
Nice.
The guards will pull their spears out and move to the side here. I forgot about this bandit who would have drawn his crossbow, but he wouldn't have been able to fire it because he had to get up and stuff. But the 2 guards will move out, and they raise their shields up, and they pull their spears out. So they are differently armed than the ones upstairs, but only just. Okay. Ander, you are up. As mentioned, there do appear to be strange glyphs on the ground. Heads up on that.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? So I'm going to run here. Oh, look, there's a lot of people in this room.
There's a lot of glyphs on the floor, too.
I mean, what's a glyph going to do to me? What's the worst that could happen? I'm going to chuck one of the shiny new daggers that I have at this guy here.
Okay. The bandit.
I would like to point out, this is not one of Grandma's daggers. This is one of the ones from those guys upstairs.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Versus bandit will hit, actually. If that's,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, look at that, guys. I did stuff. That's 4.
4 damage.
And then I'd like to
Did you do?
bonus action.
Did you do 4 damage?
Yeah, 4 damage.
All right. Well, the first person
Bonus
to
action
Chad
behind this statue.
isn't Chad.
Hey guys, I chatted it.
All right. Okay. That's Ander. Brandis, you are up.
Do these statues look like they are like bolted or secured to the floor?
They do not, but they look like they are very heavy. Somewhere in the 700 to 800 pound range.
Chuck it at him. Chuck it at him. Chuck it at him.
No, I was gonna hide behind one and push it across the room, but fuck it.
Yeah, you could hide behind one, that's for sure. Pushing it might be a different story, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess I don't really have any other. Fuck it. Is only one door open?
Both of the doors are open.
Okay.
Not that
I don't want to leave any of these guys out in the open, but
yeah.
I'm going to chuck the spear at this guy.
All right.
Let's take him out.
covered with radiant burns, dagger stuck in his clavicle, and then a javelin smashing into his chest. He finally falls to the ground. It took all the efforts, but it reaped benefits. All right.
Then I'm gonna move into the room, hide behind the statue.
Okay.
Across the room, high five.
The leader, apparently of the group, rushes up into the middle there. As he kind of hits that position, he grins, drawing a mace, which is covered with very knotted barbs at its head, and then in his left hand, he has a pretty sturdy-looking shield. He's wearing pretty decent armor, looks like a half plate, and he looks like he is the leader of the group down here. Once he gets to that position, he kind of looks at everybody that he's fighting, and he says, "You rebels picked the wrong place. I've been itching for a fight." All right.
Guys, don't let him get the mace in your face.
Slim Jim.
Don't let him get the mace in your face. It'll make you cry.
Lucan, you hear the sounds of fighting happening north of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
can
why
make
does
it
everyone have
here.
so much gravelly voices here?
I can make it to there.
I don't know. All right.
I'm Space Cop.
What?
It's like a Clint Eastwood movie with only Clint Eastwood in it.
That sounds like a terrible film. Lucan, you brush up that way and get to there. Okay. The bandit,
Yep.
plural, will move out with the leader, like so, and he is going to take a shot at Corzon. Yay, a hit. Take 4 points of crossbow shot.
Would it?
And then these two guys over here are going to move like so.
Batman.
One shoots at Corzon, one shoots at Brannis. I'll say you have cover for the shot for both of you. Definitely misses. Definitely misses Corzon. And shot versus Brannis will actually hit. Take 5 points of piercing damage. Alright. It seems like they're mustering around glyphs. And I forgot to do a thing. At the end of the initiative, you would have seen, and this is just for its placeholdering, you would have seen a new glyph up here there. Very similar to the other ones, but then, again, I don't have the tokens that look just like those. But yeah, there's a new glyph that appears that looks just like the other ones.
Wait a second. Where's that glyph from? Because that glyph looks familiar.
I
Is that
believe
Skyrim?
it is a Skyrim glyph. I just pulled it from the side there, so somebody
Okay.
homebrewed that and put it on Dungini. But yeah, that would have happened before they started moving. But it appears that the glyphs are duplicating or creating new ones. But yeah, that's bandits. Corzon, you're up.
I'm gonna step forward to the glyph like everybody else is doing, and then I'm gonna sacred flame, asshole.
Okay. What'd you get?
8 damage.
And I failed. So
Praise!
I guess I should have said something. Oh well.
he takes the
got
blinding
this.
blast, smashes him. He is not happy, but he's not bloodied because he's the boss. But that's it for Corzon.
After that happens, I take the torch or warhammer. I don't know what I have in my right hand, and smash the front of my shield with it like a taunt.
Yeah.
Come on.
You'd be holding
I mean, either one's a great taunt.
You'd be holding the torch in your shield hand, kind of behind your shield, and then smashing with the That works. Guards will move. Seems like they are now moving to position themselves around the boss man, but it seems like they are moving to avoid the glyphs as well. All right, Ander, you are up.
So this is the part where I wish that I was both fast and strong, so I could just try to run up and shove someone into a glyph and see what happens. But as I am neither, I am going to do the daring thing. Can I move up here, like around this way?
Mm-hmm. You're small.
Okay,
I'll allow
cool.
you to do it.
That's cool. I wanted to see if I could do that. Let's see, what's my distance from this guy? Hey, I'm within 20 feet. I'm going to throw another dagger, this time at the captain guy.
Okay.
Actually, do I want to throw it at the captain guy? No, I'm going to throw it at the captain guy. Sure, go with my first instinct.
All right. So you have disadvantage for the attack. Go ahead and make it.
Wait, why do I have disadvantage? I'm within 20 feet.
That's fine. The guard is enforcing that you have disadvantage. It seems they're raising their shield to block.
Okay. Gotcha. So wait, even if I throw it at the guard, would that be a
Too late.
disadvantage?
You already picked your target. Throw it.
Well, no. I'm just asking. Even if I threw it at the guard, would it be a disadvantage because he has a shield?
No, it wouldn't be a disadvantage because of his shield. He's using the protection fighting style to protect the captain. So he's
Gotcha. Well, the low end is a 16. The high end would have been a natural 20.
16 still gets through.
Ah,
but
nice.
Only just.
So that is
4 points.
6.
No,
Well,
4.
Oh, yeah, 4. Right. Because
Alright.
the other one is from there. And then I'm going to try to bonus action and disappear behind the statue.
Okay.
And that's 12.
You kind of like,
You are.
throw the dagger and everyone's kind of looking in that direction. Blocks, and it's the same situation where you're like,
You can't see me.
I'm hiding, and everyone sees it happen.
It's
And
like this, yeah.
you know for sure that it didn't work. Brandis, you're up.
I'm so stealthy.
I'm going to bonus action rage as he runs past Ander.
Wait,
Or, I'm sorry.
quick question, just to confirm: is this a rage or a frenzy?
This is just a rage.
Okay.
But as he runs past the war priest sees he could probably use some healing. But bonus action rage, and I'm going to run in here, and then I'm going to actually use my action to shove the guard captain backwards onto this cliff.
Okay, so ready for exciting fun? Normally you'd have a advantage on strength athletics checks to use to shove, but because you're exhausted, you have disadvantage, so it's now just a straight roll. So go ahead and make your check.
23. Nice.
Good enough. You're pushing him back into this one.
Disintegrate.
Roll-
Disintegrate.
Roll a d6.
Still hoping for disintegrate. He just like.
All right, and roll another d6. All right. As he steps on the glyph, you hear a loud boom sound kind of come from the glyph, and you watch as he seems to be moved by like a source of like shock or thunder off of the glyph and back and away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He goes spiraling this way, landing here, and he lands prone.
Ooh. Wait, nope. He's right next to me, and he's going to get up next turn. Oh.
All right, that is Brandis. Unless you have any other movement.
Nah, that'll be fine.
You watch as the glyph pattern changes, but still remains lit there. All right, the captain gets up, kind of looking at the situation, looks over at the cleric who's done him the most wrong, and will walk over to him and try and bash him in with weaponry. He's going to make 2 attacks. 18 AC is what we're looking at, right?
Yes, sir.
First attack hits, second attack hits. Total of 9 damage after all is said and done. Pretty solid. Alright, that's him. Lucan, you are up. You definitely hear the sounds of fighting.
Yeah, I go step right here, and I see the dwarfy guy, but I also see this guy who looks like a softer target. So we're gonna firebolt.
Okay.
12 to hit.
Misses the guard. Alright.
Crap.
All right. Okay. Brannis, behind you, a glyph appears behind you at your feet. All right. The bandits. The one with the scimitar steps in to fight Brannis. The other two with crossbows move to shoot at him. You did not attack recklessly last turn, right?
Nope.
So that's 2 crossbow misses and 1 scimitar miss. Wow. Can't roll for shit. Alright, Corzon.
Now you know how I felt during that first round.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Okay. So 12 or 11 hit points back. That's your action. Turn's done, right? Okay. The guards will attack inwards on Brannis with their one-handed spears. 1 hits for after rage reduction, 1 point of damage.
He's so brave.
All right. Oh wow! I just realized that
Oh, I didn't add. Never mind.
the whole time we've been playing, Chad's been in Chris's square and Chris has been in Chad's square
What are you talking about?
Twitch.
for the stream. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh.
I don't know how it got switched around. Unless somebody logged out of their camera or something. I don't know. It might have happened that way. Anyway, or I just got mixed up by all the CHs. Anyway, moving along. The guards are done. And Andrew, you're up.
Right, so Anders, seeing this lovely opportunity of someone with his back towards me, is going to walk up, take out his short sword, and try to stab at this captain, quote unquote.
Okay.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That and sneak attack. Ooh, that's pretty.
Lovely. Ooh.
How does
That's 18.
it happen?
Tell us everything you know.
He slowly turns his head behind, and the sword just right through his head.
So angry.
I love it. All right. Any other movement or bonus actions?
I'm gonna bonus action hide around the statue.
Okay. Everyone looking at it from a distance is like, oh, the statue's killing people. Brannis, you are up and surrounded and raging.
Great sword on this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna reckless it.
Okay. That'll hit.
That's +2, so 11 total.
Yep. You drop the sword down on him, cutting down into his shoulder. You hear kind of a sickening pop as he falls to the ground. Any other movement or anything? No?
I'm going to. I mean, nah. There's really not a better place I can go without provoking opportunity attack, so I'll just.
Okay. Lucan, you are up. Sounds like the fight's going good on your ends.
Yep, I'm going to pop asleep. Right. Hold on a second.
Again, it looks like the fight is being won if you don't want to spend resources. Just a heads up. Is that what I think Matt was about to say?
Oh,
yeah, I
is
was
that what
gonna
you're
say
gonna say?
you can cantrip some of
Okay.
these guys just to.
Well, okay, that's fine. We'll firebolt this guy.
That'll miss.
15.
Yep. They have a 16
Wow.
armor class with their shields up.
Okie dokie.
Bandits are still alive, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot crossbows into this barbarian and kill him. Probably not. Oh, probably so. We actually hit because you're raging and reckless. So total damage is 10, and they're both even numbers, so halving it will put it down to 5 total. Corazon, slightly re-healed by the Godheart. You see that your first step away from you will put you onto a glyph. Probably not the best. Oh, what? Sorry, I apologize. I did it again. I need to up a glyph. I should have done that. Oh, okay. This is interesting. The glyph will actually appear beneath Brannis.
Am I really gonna go Super Saiyan?
Go ahead and make me a. Roll me a d6.
Kami.
Yep. And then roll me a. Roll me another d6.
Kami.
Okay, 1. Alright. The rune that appears beneath you glows immediately and then detonates. When it bursts out, you all watch as a funnel of kind of green light kind of siphons upwards, kind of snaps into him. Constitution saving throw.
Ah.
Okay.
Nice.
Success. So you will take a total of 3 points of poison damage. And that is
Now
all.
he looks like Geralt.
Nice.
Black veins, black eyes.
And now it's Corazon's turn. So I don't skip you again. So like I was mentioning, the rune in front of you appears to be active. There appears to be a rune underneath Brannis and 2 that are brand new. But all of the runes that are present still appear to be active.
Okay, so I can go up and around, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna reach my hand out and cast Cure Wounds on Brannis.
Okay. Throw that healing goodness. Not the best. It's not the best. That is a roll of a 1. Alright. The
Yes.
guard who is standing against Corazon is going to attempt to push him back and away from Brannis, kind of trying to shove him with the shield. Go ahead and make either an athletics or acrobatics check. And I have actually, I'm going to take over the d6 rolling to speed it up for my sides because that was not a quick process with Chad there. He succeeds and pushes you back onto the rune, and you need to make me a. Oops. So make a dexterity saving throw, and
Okay.
my
This is
guard
good.
has to do so as well.
Oh, this is fun, guys.
13 succeeds, so you're taking 3 points of fire damage, and he's taking 6 points of fire damage. As the rune detonates with a fiery explosion that encircles it, and you can now see that the guard captain is like got a nice layer of fire on top of him from the detonation that just sits there and kind of seems to be smoldering on him. All right, Ander, the other guard, sorry. He is going to attempt to push Brannis in the same fashion onto the glyph behind him and step onto the glyph that he is not aware of because Brannis is in the way. So go ahead and make a athletics or acrobatics. And you have advantage and disadvantage, so regular. Okay, you succeed. He does not push you. All right, now Ander.
Solid as a rock. Alright. So I'm coming out from my hidden position. Going to run all the way over to here, bonus action dashing. And I'm going to run up behind this bandit. And I'm going to stab at him from the dock with my short sword.
All
That's
right.
a 17.
Hits damage.
That plus, I'm assuming I was hidden from the.
I'm assuming,
Previous
yeah,
ones.
I'm assuming a similar circumstance arises with the yelling of "Tell us what you know."
Oh, of course. That's become my catchphrase right there with Grandma.
Yep.
Everything.
Oh, I love it. It's a good character.
Tell Grandma what you know.
I swear to God, if this like translates over and like there's an NPC
Well,
in one of the games,
Stra-
tell him.
strangely
No.
enough, this is kind of canon. So, Ander, good deal. Brannis, you are up. This guy's trying to push you. What would you like to do? You are standing on a glyph, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I want to move over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of want to do it in a way so that, like, if he tries to shove me again, that he stumbles into the glyph.
Okay. Are you attacking?
No, I'm not going to attack this guy. I am going to attack the guy that shoved.
Colors on.
Oh, I was gonna have fun with him. That's fine.
Smash. Hits.
And that wasn't reckless.
Oh, that's fine.
8 damage.
All right. You spin around after kind of stepping to the side, bring the blade down on the firing, the guy who's currently burning, and hear kind of just a whimper as he falls to the ground. All right. Lucan.
Not again. So maybe one more here, and we'll go to firebolt this guy.
All right.
And nope,
Yeah.
not happening.
It's a lot of missing. Bandits. You definitely are, I mean, in cantrip state, so, I mean, at least it's not as bad as older editions. The bandit here is going to rush, jump over the glyph, and land on the opposite side. Run past Ander, around the statue. Ander, you can take an opportunity attack if you want.
I definitely want to. That is going to be a 17.
Hits, damage.
9.
Roll percentile.
95.
Okay. Do you want him to continue on, or do you want to stop him?
Oh, we're going to stop him right on that glyph.
Yeah, he lands right on that
If we
glyph.
can.
That is exactly where I was going with it. All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
All right, I'm good at those. Here's my +2. That's a 20.
All right. You're going to take 2 points of radiant damage, and you're going to watch his radiance kind of erupts from underneath his feet and sends him kind of sprawling with kind of this blinding flashbang light. He's down, and that's
Tell
all.
me what you know.
His face is like just Corazon.
He knows nothing, Jon Snow.
You can.
I'm just gonna walk forward and smash this dude.
Okay.
If I can find where I did with my character sheet, I must have taken it off. Give me a second.
Don't cry about it. It's cool, man. Chill.
Hey, angry baby.
12 is going to miss. All right. The guard will attempt to push you backwards onto the glyph.
Bring it.
Go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
23.
He fails. All right, Ander, you are up. Come behind him.
Over.
Kill him.
It's time. It's time. It's a 14.
Miss.
Yeah, I'm guessing that misses. Oh.
Brandis. Reckless.
We're going to recklessly attack the one guy who's left.
Who cannot be killed. Just want to move on to the next thing. You missed. All right, all of the glyphs at this point disappear and seem to be discharged. It has been 2 turns since the death of the captain. All right.
All right, Andy, come in and clean everything up. for
Lucan,
us.
Can I hit it? I don't know if
pop
I can
out, firebolt,
Yeah, go firebolt them. Yay!
Hey!
roll damage.
Yay.
He He is still alive, yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Lucan is done. Bandits are done. Corzon, you're up. I hate to do it.
Right. Oh my
Got
god.
him. You just gotta hit him once.
He takes the point. He's fine. I'm not even rolling a saving throw. It goes to his turn. He is going to attempt to push you onto the glyph again.
8.
He succeeds. I need Brannis, my guard, and also Corzon to make dexterity saving throws.
This is the best fight ever, guys.
5.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I really like that slugfest with the captain.
That was
That
pretty
was
fun.
fun as hell.
Okay, so you two fail, and he fails as well. You're taking 9 points of lightning damage, and you watch as he's basically obliterated by the shock. And during your next movement turn, your speed is reduced by 10 feet, but you'll be fine. All right, good job on that fight.
No one told me what they knew.
Brannis immediately drags himself over to the table and starts eating and drinking their food.
Yeah, it looks like they had a bit of food there, and you kind of sit in their chair and just start eating and drinking. Ander, you go and check out the captain.
Yeah, and I'm also going to just sort of like, not yell at Lucian, but tell him he can go back to trying to figure out the door if he wants to.
2 more of the small potions that I mentioned before. They look pretty neat. And a third potion. This one appears to be kind of a clearish liquid with a very massive, giant, rather, nail, like a fingernail or toenail.
I love how Lucian just appeared as soon as you said, and a third potion.
Hey
I
guys.
heard a third
Hey
potion.
guys.
What's that? What's that? Treasure? The amount of ritual time that you got into it was literally seconds. The more you've been thinking about it, as you've been spending a lot of time in the hallway, Lucan, it seems like the dwarven.
Yeah.
It seems like the dwarven writing on the southern door appears to be a warning. So,
Okay.
you think that if you tried, you might be able to open it, but you're pretty sure that whatever's in there is locked in there for a reason. It looks like it wasn't
Right.
locked in there by the current denizens, but by the former owners.
It's a warning to not have Ander try to get any information out of anybody, because he just kills them.
Yep, he's doing a great job. But there is a
Yeah,
door.
I guess if we really wanted to open the door, we could just have him interrogated a little.
There is a door on the eastern wall of this room. If you want to spend some time resting, you can. You definitely seem to have the advantage of this location. But there is a door to the east, and there is that strange door on the south.
I mean, if we can lock this door that we came in, we have the key for it.
Yeah,
So
you could.
we could lock the door and no one would be able to get in unless they pick the lock or break the door down.
Yeah, the door to the east looks like it is barrable on your side, so you could lock yourself in this room and take some time to rest. You aren't sure that you're going to be able to get away with a full long rest, but maybe a short one.
Yeah, Brannis is he's looking pretty beat up. You can tell as he's just like sitting there eating cheese and mutton and drinking ale. He's still got like crossbow bolts sticking out of him, like broken arrows sticking out of his shoulders and shit like that.
Yeah, because you think to yourself, like an hour would probably be fine, but if you stay down here for a full shift, you're pretty sure that the upstairs guards and any other people inside this base are going to come looking, and the doors being locked is probably not going to stop them. But yeah, you think you could get away with a short rest if you want to do that. Go ahead and take your short rest. Get it out of the way.
Definitely. So for a barbarian, that means I get all my rages back and I get to spend hit dice.
Yeah, I think rages do reset on short. Let me double check. It might
And
be,
do I recover any levels of exhaustion?
no, you would need to get a long rest to get exhaustion back.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, and you do not gain your rages back. You have to finish a long rest to get rages back.
I could do Arcane Recovery, and as a third level wizard, get 1 level spell slot back.
Well, you
One
get
first level.
Well, no. Is it half your level?
It's half your level rounded up.
So it would be two levels. So you could get 2 first level spell slots or 1 second level spell slot back.
Are we
Okey-dokey.
short resting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, again, I have what is it? 2 extra of the healing potions. So if does anyone not have one? Because I know Lucian, I don't think took one originally, and
I haven't taken any now. I'll
I
certainly
think
take one.
did Brandis already use
Brandis
his?
drank the big one, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd give one to Lucian and one to Brandis,
Okay.
so that we all have one.
Cool, cool.
I'm gonna hang on to my potion. Thank you. I'm assuming it's just a basic healing potion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
so,
sure.
yeah.
There's also the potion
But
with
while we
the
take our short rest,
toenail.
I'm gonna spend 2.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah, spend your hit dice. That's fine. You don't have to tell me about it. But there's also the mace that the leader in this room had. Lucan, you kind of get the scent that this is a magical item. The mace.
Ooh, okay.
Is there
Yeah.
anything special about the rapier?
The rapier does not have magical traits.
I'd
I would
also
tell that
give
to
the
Porzin.
okay.
me.
I'd also want to give the other potion that I'm not sure what it is to Lucian, for the time being.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to spend 10 minutes identifying the mace, perfectly fine. You will come to the realization that it is a mace, a vicious mace.
Vicious mace.
All right, guys. I didn't roll too well on my hit dice, so I'm gonna have to use all 3.
Okay.
It's a one shot. I doubt we'll get another short rest. So
Probably
Chris,
not.
you want
Man,
that
I
mace?
got some absolute garbage roll.
Yeah, I'll use it.
wait, you're not giving the giant mace to the halfling who obviously can't use it?
Of course not.
What? I'm hurt.
Sorry, hold on a second. I said the wrong one. Did I say vicious?
You did.
You
Sorry.
said vicious. Yes.
Apologies. No, it is a mace of smiting. Apologies.
Ah.
Might.
Well, that's a horse of a different color.
That is a way different thing. Sorry, I apologize. Mace of Smiting is a +1 attack and damage rolls. It's +3 if you use it against constructs. If you roll a 20 on an attack roll with the weapon, it deals an extra 2d6 bludgeoning damage, or 4d6 if it's attacking a construct. If a construct has 25 hit points or fewer after taking the crit damage, it's destroyed.
Is anybody gonna use that half plate?
Nope.
Okay, so I used all 3 of my hit dice and my healing potion. That was how low I was, and also how bad my roll.
Are you putting on the half plate?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And do you want to take up a shield or no? You're using a great sword.
Yeah, I'll probably take a shield too. Is there anything special about that half plate, or is it just normal?
It is regular half plate. Yeah. So you're gonna use the rapier, I guess.
I'm gonna start with a spear. I'm just gonna kind of play it by ear.
Cool.
Like if I have to abandon the shield and whip out the greatsword, I will. But I'm gonna try and play it safe because I'm kind of lean on resources right now.
Dope. All right. Anybody else doing any gear changing?
I mean, again, is there any like studded leather or anything like that on any of these guys? Just trying to get like a +1 out of.
No. The bandits have leather and the guards have chainmail. Sorry.
Okay, in that case, I'm just going to collect my daggers again, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and the bandits do have another set of 4 each, so there's a total of 12 more in this room.
I'm just going to take 2 of them so that I have an even dozen.
All right. And then wrap up the other 10 and put them on Brandis. Hold these for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
If I need them.
We can sell them later.
Yeah. Okay. So short rest completed. Do you wish to break open the door or go back and check the weird magic door?
I mean, if Lucian says we shouldn't check the magic door, I suggest that we go back and check the magic door.
Lucan says, yeah. I see what you did.
Go back and check it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So if you want to play the game with the door, it will require a little bit of effort. But like I said, it does look like the dwarven runes that you can kind of determine here. They do have a warning on them. Lucan, during the rest, since you probably weren't doing too much, I'd say you'd be able to cast a ritual on it if you want to check the door.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah, it would seem that the door is locked. There's an arcane lock on it. It does look like there is also a strange um, uh, enchantment on it, based on the markings there. And from what you can tell, it appears to require a three person effort to open the door. From what you can tell, it requires a bit of magic, a bit of the divine, and a bit of old-fashioned lockpickery.
Well, that's good because like Brainus can't fucking see anything, and I can't make my way down to where you.
They took the light away from you.
Come on, Brannis. Come towards the light.
There we go.
I just moved my token around until I can find
Oh boy. So if we're gonna try to open this thing, then it'll take the three of us.
But based
Stand
on
by.
what you can tell, it hasn't been unlocked in a very long time. Stop cheating, you guys. Get the frick off the door.
It won't let
go
us
past
through. Yeah, this as far as I can go is there. It won't let me go any further.
Anyway, you're cheating. You bunch of cheetahs. From what you can tell, this door hasn't been open in a long time. So if there's something in here, it's not. It's not the dragon soldiers.
I don't know. It's going to take effort. That doesn't seem worth it.
You're pretty sure if the dragon soldiers are anywhere, they're in the door that was connected to the rune chamber.
It's like my grandma said. If anything's worth doing, it's worth going home and taking a nap.
How we doing it?
Oh, okay, fine. So wait, are we going to kill the dragon people thing, or was it dragon guards, or are we going to open this door?
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna play with the door for a minute.
Okay.
All right, let's play with the door for a minute.
So, like I said,
We will unleash the dragon.
you are sure that you alone will not be able to open it, but your divine casting ability might be able to assist. Lucan, do you want to put forward your efforts?
Lucan looks at Ander. Well,
Yeah. What if there's treasure behind it? What
Okay.
if there's another mace? Let's do it.
All right. So I need Lucan to make an Arcana check. I need Corzon to make a Religion check, and I need Ander to make a Thieves' Tools Dexterity check.
I didn't do it.
You
All
Shit.
right. So you definitely feel something strange about the door, and it's definitely very guarded. You feel like this is beyond you, Lucan. This is definitely beyond your
Clearly.
ability.
Mhm.
Corzin, you get this sense that this is going to require some sort of sacrifice from you and from the others. And Ander, you're not able to do much besides figure out the mechanism, but you realize that there are two guards. There appears to be magical guards in place inside of the lock, and they seem to be related to the two door knockers. But you aren't able to figure out how this works with what you've got.
Yeah.
Never mind.
not worth
Let's
it.
go kill some guards.
All right. If you snap around back up to the top, then you go towards that door, you unbar it, and you open it. And inside you see a very short hallway, but a very quiet hallway. And just ahead you see another one of the fellows there. I'm trying to, hold on.
Brandis takes point with like his spear and shield ready.
I've got daggers at the ready to throw at people.
You see one of the guards, one of the ones in the half plate with the maces, and you see that he is standing next to a pretty sizable white dragon. He definitely looks big, but I guess the best way to describe this white dragon isn't that he is personally massive. It seems that most of his size is based on his girth. He is a very fat, corpulent dragon who's kind of sitting on a pile of wealth in front of a statue of a warrior or soldier, some female figure, which Corzon would recognize as Fatis, the goddess of righteous zeal in combat, probably the one he closely aspires to, that he appears to be sitting at the feet of, but the statue appears to have been defiled. The arm has been broken off, and there are draconic marks carved all throughout the frame of the goddess.
There's a fat white dragon. I feel like there's a joke in there somewhere.
Fat white dragon.
If I could see, I could read the draconic.
Well, we can kill the dragon and then you
Oh,
can
I don't
see.
think he meant they were words. I think he meant they were like claw marks and bite marks and stuff.
Yeah, but they are in draconic runes. They do appear to have been carved into something.
I see.
Yeah, the quickest look of them, it looks like it's kind of just blasphemies that have been placed upon it. The dragon kind of turns his attention over in yours, and the guy with the weapon kind of looks over in your direction, sees that it's not fellow guards members or anybody bringing reports, and kind of slams the mace into his hand. And in Draconic says something to the dragon, and the dragon goes... in reply. Does anybody speak Draconic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey!
The first one says, "Guess feeding time came early." And the dragon said, "Great. I'm starving." All right. We're going right into it.
They're happy to see us.
Gain inspiration.
Woo woo!
All right.
I will use it shortly.
Maybe you can get the dragon to tell you what he knows.
Yeah.
Initiative.
It's okay, I wouldn't be able to understand him anyway. Okay, I'd like to say I've rolled for initiative a 12, a 14, and a 13.
Yeah, I rolled really good for only having a 1+1.
Got a +3.
Like, how is the cleric faster than you?
I don't know. This doesn't make sense.
The initiative begins with Corzon.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right. As a bonus
That
action.
seems like the right. Yeah.
Do you want to move in? And then also, if you're playing the defensive game, after making a step forward, take the dodge action? If you want to go full defense?
Yeah. I'm gonna step forward. Yeah.
How far forward?
Action. Go 15 feet in right here.
All right. Glowing shield appears around him. His shield raises up as he takes a defensive posture. Also, another note, and it probably won't be useful against this one, but taking the dodge action also grants you advantage on dexterity saving throws. Lucan.
Good to know.
Firebolt at the minion.
That's your answer for everything, isn't it? Fire.
20.
Yeah, it hits.
Ooh, that's nice.
4 for
Andy,
this guy, right?
if-
Yeah.
2 for that guy.
Ooh.
Oh, 2 for that guy, yeah. Yeah. And then I'm
It
gonna
could be
move.
4.
I know, right? It's no, not really. No. Such a
No.
bad
But
idea.
Andy, you would be doubling your damage.
I know, right? Just not worth it.
If that's that, Ander, you are up next. If you pop in, you can see that there does appear to be a hallway that runs
Oh
alongside.
yeah, I can see that. I was going to pop over here and I was going to hide and then set up an action to basically pop out and chuck a knife at the guard
If he moves up.
when he's within 20 feet of me. Yeah.
Dig it.
Or
Well,
well, the guard or the dragon, I should say.
if a
If-
hostile creature moves within 20 feet.
yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
18.
Pretty well hidden. Brannis, you're still a bit exhausted, but you do have one last rage left. There is a dragon.
Feels like now is the time to do this. So you guys watch as Brandis bonus action rage, and I'm going to use my action to dash. I'm going to basically charge straight down the hallway to about here, and then you see me rush around the corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm basically on the far side of the dragon.
You are now
So you say-
standing on, and it's not marked on the drawing on the map though, but you are now standing like ankle deep in gold coins, and there are bits and baubles all about on the floor near you. The dragon kind of lazily kind of turns its attention to you as you enter, and then spins its head a little faster over its shoulder to look at you as you come around the. These are braziers, by the way, and you attack, I assume, right?
No, my action was to dash. My
okay.
bonus action was to rage.
Got it. Got
Do I have? Are any of these producing light?
No. They appear to be cauldrons, massive cauldrons, but they aren't filled with fire or coals. They appear to be filled with kind of a briny water. And as you kind of step up there and kind of rush into the darkness, you hear kind of a splash sound. All right. The dragon in the darkness kind of turns lazily at you and then kind of growls angrily and will bite you.
In half.
Okay, Otto dead. You died now. No, I'm kidding.
Wow, that's
That is lazy DMing.
He runs around the corner and all you hear is splat.
16 hits. You're taking 12
oh
points
my gosh.
of piercing damage,
We have
which will be half.
AC is 19.
Oh, what? Why?
Half plate and a shield.
Half plate is 5 plus your 2 dexterity, 17, 19. Yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, then 16 misses.
were you hoping to spurt him there? Just
It was about 20 points of damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I rage, this is a frenzy rage.
Okay. Hold on a second here. If you aren't wearing heavy.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'm just gonna take a long fucking nap after this fight.
That's a fair statement. So the dragon's annoyed that you are in armor, and the bites did not work as well as it hoped. This guy will move to here, and I think that triggers. Yep. You can go ahead and take your shot.
Chris, how many
Andrew.
days do you think one shot is gonna be?
oh, sorry, I was looking something up.
All of them.
All right, so take a dagger and chuck it. 23.
Hits, damage, and sneak attack.
11. No, 13. I don't know why I said 11.
You hear a sound from him as he kind of looks over his shoulder, but then he continues in on his intended goal. So he attacks twice, and he has advantage if he's attacking a target within 5 feet of an ally. Pack tactics. So he hits with both attacks, 19 and 21, dealing a total of 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And in the way it will be having, it'll be 2 and 4, so 6 total.
I'm sorry, what did he roll? You know my AC is 19.
19 and 21. I have advantage against you because I'm attacking you. You're adjacent to an ally. He has pack tactics.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kill the ally.
Attack tactics.
The ally is a dragon.
Yeah, so just kill him. Just
Kill the other ally.
Another one of these individuals
Oh,
comes around the corner there, looking at you all. Looks like he's
Honey, I see.
blocking the passageway. Corzon, you are up.
I'm gonna punch that dude in the head.
All right. Sounds appropriate. Why are you not in a square?
Because I held Alt down on accident.
15 misses.
That's 15.
He blocks your shit.
I did not know that alt did that. That's good to know.
Yeah, it'll hit you in between and takes you off the grid.
Corzon, you are done. Lucan, you are up.
Yeah.
Fireball right now.
Sleep.
Do it.
How about the sleep?
All right, go ahead and roll.
No.
Go and roll it.
So we're gonna put it. Yeah, shit. We'll do it at level 1.
You can get all of them. That's fine.
21.
And is sleep creatures that you... Hold on a second. Let me double check something.
I believe sleep is actually just creatures in the room.
Is it really?
I think.
Hold on. If that was the case, I would not do it.
This spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are afflicted in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. So it does not say that you designate who does or does not fall asleep.
Right.
Okay,
But
then no. Go ahead.
You...
What if I put it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to get you're going to be able to get Brandis in there as well.
Don't do that.
No,
But-
I'm not gonna do.
But what I'm going to do for fairness' sake, because we have cast a spell and we
Yeah.
did explain it a couple of times, I just said because they are lower hit points. These guys are falling down. So what we're gonna say is you lose the first level spell slot, and you're intentionally biffing it off to the side, and your action is going to be expended.
Oh.
That's,
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. Otherwise, Brandis is asleep. That's
Yeah, no, that's fine. We don't want him asleep.
fair.
I mean, it would be really funny right now, guys.
So this is what
But it
Matt.
does say
This is
Like,
what.
Don't do that.
This is what Matt was referencing, though. This is kind of like the cusp line. You're fighting creatures that are a little bit more meatier, and
Yeah.
in a sense are
Oh,
more hit point total than
okay.
you. So
Yeah,
it's
this
more
is-
likely
this
you're
is-
gonna biff your own guys than you're gonna biff.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is why sleep is considered not that great of a spell, because you can't designate creatures, and it goes for whoever has the lowest hit points.
Which could be
again,
your party in a
your
bigger
guys.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew,
It's not a great spell.
it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
Word in there.
It won us the first fight.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not saying anything against it. I'm just saying.
It
like,
definitely won
it's-
you the first fight. Both uses of it were
Yeah.
very solid. So yeah, Andrew, you're up.
All right. So, not wanting to, yeah, I don't want to get into the thick of things right there. So I'm just going to walk up, and since I've got my good friend right there, I'm going to go stabby on the man next to him. So let's see if I can hit this, guys. 24 will
flank.
probably hit.
I will flank all the things for you.
Sorry.
So-
24 hits. Yeah. This is against this
That
guy
is 11 points of damage.
up front.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I am going to disengage and just go back around the corner because I prefer not getting hit if I can avoid it.
Okay. Brennus.
I'm going to take. Man, I'm not going to reckless attack, but I'm going to use both attacks against this this guy.
Go for it. Hit. And miss on the second. Alright, he's still standing.
That was 8 points of damage.
I know. Okay. And movement? None?
I mean, not without provoking an opportunity attack. I'm just going to kind of. I don't think there really is anywhere I can move.
Not so much.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'll be fine. I'll stay.
You can go ahead and take an opportunity attack against the dragon.
$17 hit.
It does.
Nice.
7 damage.
All right. He is going to breathe. I need Constitution saving throws from Corzon and from Ander, please.
I'm going down. No.
18,
right.
bro.
That's a 6. Or if I'm really lucky and you give me disadvantage, a 3.
All right. So the two of you are
Actually,
taking.
could you give me disadvantage on that? Because then I could use my halfling luck.
The two of you are taking 22 points of cold damage.
It's okay, guys. I've got 2 hit points left. I'm fine.
Use that healing potion you saved.
It is an action to quaff a potion, by the way.
I know.
All right. That is the dragon's turn. Thug. Let's go.
It's going really well, guys.
We'll be fine.
Not at all.
Walk it off. Walk it off.
He is going to smash Corzon.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he's going to smash that like button.
He's going to smash that like button. Like and subscribe. 2 misses, and then the other one is going to attack Corzon as well. 21?
It'll hit.
Okay.
I just needed to make the con save. Our shield of fate's gone.
Oh, okay, from the ice. Right. Yeah, so he will hit you for 7 points of damage, so I believe you are down. All right, Corzon, death saving throw, please. This is your turn.
Corzon.
Where's that at on the sheet?
It's kind of in the middle center there. Should say death saves, and if you just click the word, yep, you're good. Not a failure. So 1 success. Lucan, you are up.
Let's try some Jim's magic missile.
All right.
Yeah, do it.
On this bad boy.
3d or intelligence saves, effectively. Yeah, go ahead and click those.
Okie dokie. Intelligence saves. 1, 2,
Nice.
3.
Nice.
All 3 hit.
Nice.
So what do I roll?
6d4
For each one of them, or is that
Total.
just total?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so awesome if that was.
Ah!
For each one.
Oh God! Look at that.
What the fuck?
Oh wow.
Can we use inspiration so
Inspiration
that
to
Andy can
re-roll that?
re-roll those?
I'm gonna be a trooper and I'm gonna say sure. Go ahead and roll it.
That's fucking amazing.
That is the worst
Swear to
roll
God.
I've ever seen playing
I
D&D.
swear to God, if this is somehow worse.
There we
Oh,
go.
That's better.
He's down.
Those are D4s. Oh, 6 D4s, yeah. That's right.
He's down.
That roll, man.
That literally the worst roll I've ever seen.
The worst roll I've ever seen. 6 dice, all ones, except for 1. All right, Ander. Lucan comes in, steps out, shoots some lasers, and probably pops back behind a wall. It's your initiative.
I run over here.
Mhm.
I take out the healing potion
Force
and I
it.
give it to. Wait, is he the one that's down, or is he the one?
It's
that's down?
Corzon. It's Corzon. Yeah. The
Okay,
player.
yeah. I shove the healing potion down Corzon's throat.
All right. 2d4 plus 2.
He's not dying on my watch. Sorry, how much? 44.
2d4 plus 2. And do you have a second potion?
No, I only have
Okay.
1.
Corzon, did you have a potion?
Yeah, I did.
You use
6.
his. You can force him to drink his own potion, and then
Okay,
because you're a
fine.
thief, as a bonus action, you can use the use object action and drink your own potion. Because thieves
Oh,
have
cool.
fast hands.
All right, so You get
Was
6
that one of the
points
special
back.
abilities for this game?
No, that's just
I guess-
thieves in general.
Yeah, I thought you had a. I thought there was like special rules or something for this game.
No rapid drinker on this one. Is
all right,
you drink as an action.
so Corzon has 6 hit points back. I also got 6 hit points back, just slightly differently, and I'm going back behind my wall.
Okay. Dope.
In fact, I'm actually going. I'm going slightly further back behind my wall.
Brannis.
I'm going to attack this dude in front of me with the spear. I'm not going to reckless.
I can't go further back behind the wall.
Both attacks on this guy.
Okay. hit, or no, second attack misses because you didn't go reckless.
8 damage.
He's still standing.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
He's actually chatted. Classic.
Actually, I'm gonna stay right here.
Great, he's chatted.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping this provides me some sort of cover from the dragon.
No.
Okay, well, if it doesn't provide me some sort of cover from the dragon, and the dragon's already used his breath weapon, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. The dragon will. I think I'm gonna keep biting this cleric.
No, don't bite the cleric. Bite the
He's
dead guard.
he's prone, and I'm gonna bite him. And yeah, miss by 1. Son of a bitch. All right. Okay. The guard will spin about. Actually, the guard will, with his last dying breath, attack the cleric, because that's what he sees the dragon doing.
Gosh, you guys just won't leave our cleric alone.
Yeah, he's gonna hit with one of those 2 attacks. It's gonna be 8 points of damage. No, sorry, 18 AC. He misses with both attacks. Fuck.
Nice.
All right, Corzon.
Can't touch this.
Rolling on the ground with your shield. Block, block, block.
Almost stand up,
Yep, half your move.
and I'm gonna look at the white dragon, and I'm gonna say, "You're not a white dragon. You're a bitch dragon."
Oh!
Bringing back the classics. Bringing back the classics. What do you cast?
Nope.
You didn't cast a spell or anything? You didn't want to? Are you out of spell slots or something?
He actually just wants to dis and end his turn there.
No, it's fine. I gotta kill him now. He knows the rules. Lucan. You're up.
Wait, did he not attack?
He
Cast
did.
a spell already?
He missed.
No,
He
I
missed.
did. I missed.
Okay, cool. Lucan, take out the other guard. There's one more guard left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. We will do the magic missile thingy on him as well.
Yeah, you don't have to designate the targets. You can do it 1 by 1. So if you want to shoot him with your first one, and if you hit and kill him, you can move the other 2 to the dragon.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah,
like
'cause
magic
I think
missile.
that guy has he's chatted again. So
In fact, it's so much like
I
magic
look at
missile.
I look at the dragon and say, "I'm coming after you, Karen." So let's see. 1, no, 2,
No,
3.
no.
None
Wait.
of them.
17,
hit?
17 AC on the guys.
ah, you're kidding me.
Yeah, 5
Well,
plus
we're
2.
gonna- All right, and then move out of the way.
Yeah, that sucks. Ander.
I don't have any spells left.
All right, guys, it looks like it's up to me. I'm gonna chuck a knife at this guy
Smooth.
like a smooth criminal. That's an 11.
That's a miss.
That's not like a smooth criminal at all, guys.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm gonna bonus action hide around the corner then.
And move further down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll the stealth first and then I'll.
Hey, since you're already rolling dice, go ahead and roll me a d6.
Okay. That's a 1. You do not get your breath weapon back.
Damn. Guess I'll just have to bite Corzon some more. Yeah, that's definitely happening. You said the words. You asked for this.
Did you skip me?
No? Yes, I totally did just now. Go ahead. You're up.
Both attacks. First attack against this.
My dragon fury. I've got to kill the one who has said the words.
17 hit the guard.
Yeah, it does. He's dead.
Okay,
Yay!
I yank the spear out of him, and then I actually no. I stab him with the spear, and I leave the spear in him, and then I step forward, use my frenzy attack to draw my rapier and attack the dragon.
Okay.
So spear attack was against that guy, rapier against the dragon.
That's dope. 10 misses.
Yep.
Would
Right?
have been doper if it had hit.
Because you're not reckless.
Yeah, no, I'm not recklessing right now.
Okay.
I am gonna move over here though.
Okay. It does inhibit movement, so you can't move through the brazier.
Does the dragon have reach?
It does not, but if you do step around the brazier to get to the other side of it, he'll get an opportunity attack because you stepped in.
Okay. Well, actually, I was right here.
So you said you moved
You would have.
in here to attack, and then
No,
you
I'm sorry.
backed
I'm
off.
gonna move here to attack.
You attacked with a rapier from there?
Yeah, still within
okay.
5 feet of the dragon.
Oh, gotcha. So you killed him, and then you moved there. Got it. It looked like you were on top of the dead guy.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No. All right, fine. So I didn't get my breath weapon, so I'm gonna have to eat. I'm gonna have to eat this this cleric, I think. Yeah, that crits.
Oof, 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 oof. I mean, don't worry, guys. He'll be fine. He's got 6 hit points.
God,
We
God
got
loves
this.
him.
Okay.
God loves him. He'll be all right.
What's your maximum hit
Okay.
point total?
25.
I'm not even being that jokey DM that is a liar. Like, I genuinely rolled a crit, but you said 25 is your max.
Wait, hold on. 27 maybe? Hold on.
So it would be 31 points of damage
27.
basically.
27.
27.
Okay, so the initial
33
damage
points of damage.
is 17 piercing, which is the initial, and then an additional 5 cold damage, which will not put you into a negative your maximum hit points. It'll put you to 0. So you are dying, not dead.
Hooray! He's not
Once,
dead.
once Corzon is dealt with, the dragon moves. Since you're kind of standing on his pile, to a position where he is facing off directly against you.
Has the
Alright.
dragon been hurt yet?
Once.
Don't worry, guys. He only has like 150 more hit points to go. We've got this.
Corzon. You're not dying. And you're stabilized. Or you're not stabilized. You're just a success. Lucan.
Firebolt.
Yep.
Do you not have any like larger damage spells, or is it just that in the gyms that you?
He's out of spell
gem
slots.
is-
Oh,
no, I
that-
have one first level and one second level spell
Oh.
slot available. But no.
Wait, what? Why aren't you casting real spells?
Yeah, I'd cast gyms. This is like the last battle of the night.
Okay. Well, okay. I did that. I did what I did. So. I'll
Okay,
do it
that's
next
fine.
time.
Yeah, why aren't you casting Tasha's? Why aren't you casting
Tasha's. Does that work?
Tasha's Hideous Laughter? Yeah.
Wait, you have Tasha's hitting?
I do.
It's like I built an enchanter, right?
You did.
Why aren't you using Hypnotic Gaze?
But I have to be within 5 feet to use hypnotic gaze.
Get in there.
What?
Oh my goodness gracious.
I guess I'm doing this wrong.
It's okay.
Wait, was
I
it?
mean, do you think I'm keeping its attention for fun?
Enchanters are hard.
Sure.
It's fine. It's fine. It might have been. I probably should have built an evoker, but anyways,
Yeah,
Corzon
it's fine.
not dying, Lucan, Firebolt, and Big Whiff. Andrew, you're up,
Big whiff.
and you are hidden, Andrew.
So I can move there and
Kill that dragon.
move there. I'm not going to be able to get too close without dashing, and I'd rather save my thing right now for
Just
some
rolling.
hiding. So let's just chuck a dagger at the dragon. It's going to miss
Yeah.
horribly.
Bounces off his dragon scales. Brannis,
Okay, so
who still has a potion?
I do.
Lucan still does.
Yeah, it's not doing any good out there.
okay,
I know.
so according to Frenzy, there's no prerequisite for using the attack action. You can it's just if you're frenzying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what I want to do is, and I might need to take 2 turns to do this, but basically I want to get rid of my shields. I want to get on the dragon's back. I want to basically be hanging out with one hand and stabbing the shit out of it with the other, in a position where it's hard for it to attack me.
So an action for the shield, bonus action for the attack, but you're not going to be able to really jump onto it because we're not doing cool stuff. It's just simple Baby Town Frolics game. So flavor-wise, if you kill it with that, I can say you can chop up onto it and do it. But just again, we're not doing any.
But then I guess for now I'll keep the shield because because I don't need to get rid of it because I don't need a free hand. So I'll keep the shield. I'm going to reckless attack, use both attacks on the dragon.
Okay. With the rapier.
Yes.
So weird to have a strength-based rapier stabs. Both hit.
Hey, whatever works, right, man?
Yeah, it seems to be doing it. That'll bloody the
For a
dragon.
total of 16 damage.
Yeah, that'll bloody the dragon. Let's see. All right, next up is dragon. Give me a D6, Chad.
It's a
Okay.
2, we're good.
And I will attack Chad. 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right. It's going to be a total of 12. So half would be 6 piercing damage and a total of 4 cold damage. So 10 total.
Brandis is he's looking pretty rough, guys, but he's hanging in there.
Corzon, you are still dying. Give me another death saving throw. Two successes. Lucan.
I guess we're gonna try the Tasha's thing? I don't know.
Well, you could also rush out and heal Corzon. That's another option.
I could also rush up and heal Corzon.
I mean, to be fair, you probably do have the most hit points out of all of us right now.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna force a potion down.
2d4 plus 2.
Uh,
Roll some more ones on those d4s, Bria.
5.
You get 1-1.
It's so bad.
Alright, so Corzon is
And
no
then
longer...
I'm gonna take the rest of my movement and oh god, what do I do? Yeah, this is bad. I guess I'll go right there.
Alright. Ander, go ahead and take your initiative.
This way. What did I roll for stealth? I rolled a 20 for stealth.
Yeah, you're hidden. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that at the beginning of your turn.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that that was acknowledged.
Yep, no problem.
Alright, so I'm going to get in range, and I'm going to again chuck a dagger.
Hits.
20! 4 plus 8. Not terrible. So 12
Alright.
damage.
So, Brannis, you got the shield on. You've got the rapier. You stab it in its neck. You stab it in its kind of gullet, and it bleeds quite a bit onto you. And then it kind of snaps up and bites into your shoulder. You kind of grimace as the pain hits it, and you can feel the cold kind of biting into your flesh. And as the dragon, just everything that has basically torn apart your countryside and led the attack on this island is basically facing you down and down. There's that moment where, with your hit points descending rapidly, you kind of had that moment where Brannis is feeling kind of beat, and it kind of, like, in my mind, sounded like this is pretty fucking real. And then a dagger comes flying out of nowhere from the side and slams into the dragon's eye, and you hear before it hits, Tell
me what you know.
Pops the dragon's eye, and it falls limp off of you, kind of scraping its teeth down as it slams into the ground behind you. Out of character note, beautiful, well done, excellently played. Summary of the aftermath. The treasure on the ground is the treasure and wealth of the Sunderpeak Temple, but you also see some items of note and record from the towns that you each came from, which is another reason why you were specifically seeking out this white dragon. You knew that this white dragon was one of the lieutenants of Ashmedea, the red dragon master of the Council of Worms armies here in Urcha-Wayland. You, with yours, gather up the itemry and take it up upon yourselves. One of the items present you recognize as being a spear of a warrior king who has gone missing. You take it up and hold it aloft and see its power and potency. You also notice that there appears to be a break in the wall away from where you're located. And when you go and investigate it, you see that this appears to be a secret chamber that was broken into. As you continue down into the chamber, you see that there's a wall of force. And beyond the wall of force, there is a ring of magic patterning. And in the center of that ring of magic patterning is another wall of force, but gridded out in a cube. And inside of that cube, floating inside of it, appears to be a simple bangle of silver. Perfectly bright silver bangle. And it has markings on it to the goddess Solera, which is the goddess of the moon, and the chaotic good goddess of, the neutral good goddess of the, no, it's chaotic good, goddess of the god heart. It seems that this shard appears to be the light of Solera. After some effort and some trying, you are able to make the magic go away, and are able to recover the shard. With these items, these 4 heroes leave Sunderpeak Temple prepared to combat not only the forces of the Council of Worms, but also the greatest blight on the land, Ashmedea, the Red Dragon Queen. And that is where we'll leave off for tonight. Very good times. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream.